Good numbing. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to potentially the last main session of Atelier Ryza 2. I say main session because I did look into it, and yeah, the other optional DLC dungeon is only in post-game. So depending on how reasonable that dungeon is, that will just be left afterwards. Reasonable being the key word, because if it actually just does what Ryza 1's like post-game dungeon does and just crank everything to 1,000,000, I probably won't bother on stream, to be honest. But we are pretty much in the end game. We're a very good level. Don't know what that angle was with Ryza. We've only got one real area to do. We've got a little bit of cleanup to do elsewhere. Like, we've got to do this in the central district. And we've got to figure out what's going on with Romy to finish off that, assuming they're not connected there. But then other than that, we are pretty much done. So, in theory, we should be seeing the credits this stream, assuming I don't dawdle like I did a little last stream. Oh, this might be Romy, actually. Let's see. It's not, it's the bandits. Alright, let's have a look, let's see what this is going to be. Oh, there is a trophy I want to try and knock out whilst we're near Romy, though, to be fair. I just need to look at what resource we're closest to max level, because there's a trophy for maxing out a single resource, like in development, so I want to do that. Hey, Dehya, how are the pudding sales going? We almost can't make it fast enough. I never expected it to be so popular. I'm not very surprised, it is very delicious. Yeah, but it's actually, sardine. Oh, the sar pudding, got it. I was like, that's not how you spell sardines. That we sell the most of. It sells about twice as much as pudding. I guess people who work hard really tend to like salty things. That's more unexpected. But I guess that all goes to show it's all good as long as it's popular. Hello, Claudia. Oh, what are you doing here? Ryza's friend? Yeah, this is Claudia. Claudia is Dehya. Nice to meet you. Likewise, since you're Ryza's friends, I'll treat you to our special sardine. Sardine? I already suspected this, but was it really Ryza who made this? It must be popular if you've already heard of it. You must really like to make all kinds of things, Ryza, since your friend thought it was you who made it right away. Yeah, my reading comprehension is going to be a little weaker today because I'm tired. Just going to throw that out there. So if you hear me stumbling on my words or reading things wrong more, that's why. I'm just tired. That's all. Speaking of which, I've been meaning to ask you for a while. Did you also make that bottle? Oh, this perfume? Yeah, I made it before coming here. That's right. You didn't use any perfume before, did you? I thought I needed to make an effort to appear more fashionable. I don't want people here to just think I'm weird. I think it's a very nice perfume. It's a little different from anything you can find in the city. I like it too. Well, this is the only one I have right now. I actually thought we could sell it as well. Can't we make more? I don't know how to make it without alchemy. Besides, it kind of gets mixed in with all the smell of sweat. What a waste. It's such a nice fragrance. Yeah, one of these days I'll try and improve the recipe to stop that from happening. Where are you, Romy? I want to see if this one we can max out. It's like nearish. That's only 4 points in magical, but that does still tell me though that there's something that gives a lot of magic that we've gone past. So I'll keep an eye on that. I was optimistic. I was like, maybe I can cheat that. Oh, I don't need that sword. I want to see if what I'm trying to do is just see if I can actually get it this. Or is it just going to be an off-screen thing? This is generally just a trophy I need to get. Just, knock these out. So I'm kind of looking for something that's, relatively close. But I don't know if anything actually is. Oh, we've got this many These, though, hang on. So let's be smart about this. We can crank that quite easily. Hang on. If you can hear a little noise in the background as well, that's my cat there. She's cleaning, so it's just making a little noise. I've got them chilling with me again. Oh, come on. It's like we're so close on some of these. Animal products is level 9, so animal products might be what I aim on. Because I think level 10 is going to be the cap. At least that's what I'm hoping. What should be like level 100? That would be my luck. Oh, if that added a little more per level. But no, that barely adds anything, so I don't want to use it. At least the music's nice whilst I waste our time. It's just, let's say, it's literally just so it's less clean up for me later. Oh, hang on. 10 is not the cap. Okay, I'll figure it out off screen. That's okay. If it's gonna be like higher than 10, then no. Okay, nothing I want. Oh, I still haven't made. It still didn't lead to popping anything wrong me, so I should actually go see if there's anything else I can ditch. It'd also be a good way of, honestly, clearing some of the inventory, so I'm gonna do it. I'm only pressing down and X, it's because it auto slides to the right or tries to every time. But, if we do this... I'll also get to clear some space, because I've got way too much of some shit, as we know. God damn, you get a shit ton of experience with Dunkel Heights. I mean, makes sense, but damn. And if I sell a bunch of stuff, there's a chance it will twig the thing that I need from Romy. Because I think that's all it is with Romy. It's just the more you sell, the more it comes through. But this is basically what happens when I'm not streaming. When I'm trophy hunting, I literally will just do things like this, just to try and burn things through. Because I try and figure out as much as I can before I go to a guide. It was only like in Ryza 1, for example. Oh, god damn you, Romy. Yeah, I'll go round another way. I'll worry about it later. And 1 second, let's respond to a message. Alright, so we're not getting anything out of Romy just yet. Let's sleep tonight just to make sure I'm not going crazy. I imagine it is literally just you gotta sell a certain threshold. Either that... No, I was like, either that or rock somewhere. And I have to use that, but no. Alright, let's go back to the ruins. Let's see what's going on. Things seem pretty calm so far. Hey, one man. Yes, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. And yet... Yes, I feel it too. There are monsters nearby. Monsters? Is it the Felucia? I'm not sure. Then we'll just have to keep going if we want to find out for sure. Oh, I don't know why I checked them. I was like, right, this is this area. There's nothing here. It's just a straight line, really. And I don't want to fight these enemies. Yeah, I said these enemies don't want to fight me either. Just like, because the level difference. It's like level 1 versus level 70 here. Actually, no, we're alright. I was going to say, do we need any more of those rocks? I don't think we do. Oh, yeah, that's open. That's different. And the music's getting a bit more, like, ominous. Like, oh, look where you're approaching. It's open. I was afraid of this. Fee, what are you trying to say? In the air. The air of our world is flowing into yours. I imagine he can sense that. So, what do? We keep moving forward. I need to see for myself what's waiting up ahead. If the Felucia are going to come crashing through, we can't just stand by and watch. I think this is too dangerous for us. Why didn't we call for help? And Rose is like, do you think this is my first rodeo with, like, Felucia? It's not. I can do this. We've been through this before. Yeah, exactly. If the Felucia are on their way, we're already out of time. Well then, why don't we just close the gate again? That's exactly what I had in mind. Do you know how to do it, Ryza? Huh? No, I have no idea. The gate opened when the mana left the crystals, so if you fill them with mana once again, perhaps. But there's no known method to do that. I'm not sure if it's even possible in the first place. We need to go forward, find the gate, and seal it back up. That's our best course of action. I was worried you're going to say something like that. It's just like what happened 3 years ago, don't you think? Yeah. The speech you gave back at the secret hideout, right? But we're different people now. We've grown so much since then, so let's do this. Yeah, like the Gast and like Koei Tecmo, the publisher, have said that, like, you know, they're delaying it for like graphical quality and whatnot, but I can't help but stress, like, fear or suspect is the right word. I'm not fear. I think the game's fine. That the reason why Ryza 3 is being delayed out of February is because February is literally front-loaded with releases, and I think they just don't want to risk Ryza 3 getting buried, or at least having to fight for attention more. Oh, I just can't bring up the compass here. Interesting. Oh. Oh, it transformed. I was like, where's the dungeon we was just in? No, we've just got it, so we got to do this now. Okay. Demons in the underworld are like monstrous beasts, so fight some Felucia, fight bugs, fight enemies, find a weapon, and find some underworld rotstone. Oh, I like this place. This place looks cool. So what are we actually dealing with? Oh, I need to turn this up. This music's actually kind of cool. Objectives up ahead. Oh, so that's easy enough. How do we get there, I wonder? Because it looks like it's just... Yeah, everything's so separated. I wonder if it's going to be like gimmicks or things you have to mess with to make things available to us. Let's just press forward for now. We'll figure it out. What does this remind me of, this track? Oh, it's like right in like the deepest pit of my mind. It's like this reminds me of a track of something, but I honestly can't place it. Oh. Hey, is this? It looks like it's the same thing we saw in the ruins in the lake. Yes, it does look pretty familiar. Speaking of the lake, I need to go back there, because off screen I stumbled into, and by stumbled into I meant looked it up, what the whole point of those weird little elf statue things were, that, you know, that you can like twist. I just looked it up, and so I put them in the right place, and then it said, oh, you need to go back to the forest of beginning, so I need to actually go detour and do that. But what exactly is it? If it's what it looks like, and I think it connects to another location. Another location, huh? Okay, I'm gonna go touch it. And Tao's like, what? Right, Ryza? I saw that look in his eyes. That was a, huh? What are you doing? Yeah, I knew it. It's the exact same thing. So where are we? Ryza, don't just go do things like that without warning. Okay, Bob, no worries, dude. You really don't ever hesitate, do you? We're not gonna... For a split second, I thought none of them loaded in. But no, it's just because they were doing it. Yeah, good. It's the same time transportation advice, the one in the lake ruins. But what's it doing here? This place is absolutely massive. Maybe they just wanted a shortcut to get around. I see. In which case, there's Ample talking. In which case, there could be more of them. Ah, so that's how we get around. Got it. Well, before we get carried away, I need to show you... Oh, god, this has changed. This has changed on the map as well. It doesn't say the mausoleum anymore. Oh, cool. I need to show something I discovered. And by discovered, I meant looked up. If Bruce calls to a feature receive you on Homies Over Host play for receive and bite you for the night. Oh, that'd be cool. Is, off screen, I looked it up just because I was like, what the hell's with these statues? I know where 3 of them are, so I'll at least show where they are, but you gotta put them in a certain, direction. If you can hear snoring, that's my cat. She's, like, completely passed out next to me. This one needs to face this way. It needs to face west. There's one... Is it Star Guardian Lake? Yeah, there's one, like, there, and you have to face it north. And then there's one... Whoops. Here, and I think you're, like, in that middle, the tiny space there, and you're supposed to face it north. And it unlocked something in the forest beginning, so I wanted to go back and check it. Main character, Arena antagonist Crow, similar dynamic to Kiryu and Nishiki. Well, as in, they're kind of blood brothers that go astray, or... Oh, why is Claudia my main? Why am I starting on Claudia? Hang on. Oh, I remember, because I accidentally did that last stream. I accidentally pressed triangle, so it must have just auto put Claudia next, because she's next in line. Yep, oh, fair enough. I love that dynamic. If it's written well, I say that. If it's written well, it's like a safety comment for, like, any, like, dynamic ever. So I just need to kind of get out of the habit of saying that. But that dynamic I usually like. This became available to us. So let's touch it and see where it takes us. Oh. Okay, that wasn't as... Alright, be something good. Is this a picture frame? It's like a high quality one, but what's it doing here? Oh well, I think I'll take it back home and put it to good use. Oh, so you had to do that because you get an accessory. What accessory do we get? Is it just a picture of them? What's that doing in a box? Isn't that kind of, like, suspicious? Hang on. It is! It's just... Oh, it's all of them from the first game. Point stands. What the fuck's it doing there? But you did broke me. To be fair, like, on my first playthrough of, like, Persona 5, I was a bit like, no! Well, I was a bit like, oh god, they're gonna kill him that way, so I wasn't upset, so I don't like the character. But I was like, oh god, they're actually doing that? On my second playthrough, I was like, you can't trust anyone, not even yourself, because that's what killed him, it's him. I was just laughing to myself, it's like, you can't trust anyone, not even yourself. Where do I want to put this photo? Well, I'm going to put the grandfather clock there. Actually, no, the grandfather clock makes more sense there. I'll have that be the plant. Crystal object? What? Aww. Oh god, haggle. I'll put the frame there. God, my cat is like deep asleep. Like, she is really loudly snoring. Need to lay out again. Did you see from like on the official Twitter support? I had to just laugh at the absurdity. On the official Twitter support, they went, "We hear you loud and clear. We're moving the view count tally from the far left of the screen to the far right." And I'm like, you haven't heard anyone then. Literally everyone said, get rid of the view count thing. Everyone's saying, get rid of it, remove it, get rid of it. And Twitter support goes, "We hear you, we're moving it a little to the right." It's like, fuck off. Everyone just said, get rid of it. And they responded with, "We hear you, we're not getting rid of it." That's what used to be on the left. Oh, well, I'm still used to it, you know, not being there, because it shouldn't be there, so if I can... Come on. Come on, Musk, if you're going to ruin our day, you can at least get rid of the annoying thing that's only there to stress people out. I adapt well normally. Hang on, oh, what's the... Yes, it's literally just a portrait of them all together from the first game. That's cute. For the sole purpose of implementing a change. Oh, was making a dang... Oh... That's one of the blessings of in the UK. Anything that happens in, like, the US updates, they tend to go through at a time when I'm sleeping. More often than not. So I miss it. Or I miss that kind of problem too, a little bit. Let's get back. So we need to head over here and see what we can get over in that item. I want to check the average level of the enemy, so I will be fighting a couple of things around here. Oh. I imagine we're like more than a good enough level, especially because we did the DLC. Yeah. Oh, I mean, actually, we're not as far high above it as I thought we'd be, but yeah, we're higher. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, and off screen, I sorted out our little assassin lovely Royal's stats a bit more. Like, I redid her equipment and went over it and just made her a lot better, so she can be a bit more like involved in the party again. Which I'm kind of glad, because I kind of love like the almost like dancing-esque effect that she has in all her moves. Oh, the other thing I did, I made an elixir, because we can get Dunkelheits now, so I can actually make one. So I've got an elixir now. And I've, like, as you can tell, thoroughly killed out. So we actually have a healing item of some degree. You know, we've got XP gain, we've got Elf Regen, we've got get rid of status effects, and it will also resurrect. And it's group-wide, so it'll affect everyone. Damn it, I wanted to do the Fatal Drive. There we go. I haven't seen hers yet, so I wanted to do it. Anything her different experience you compared to mine. Yeah, but we've had this chat before. It's like I get like super hyper focused on like equipment and build and those kind of. Oh, so she just straight up judgment cuts and then goes straight through. That's kind of sick. Oh, and the petal effect as well. Damn. But I get super into the RPG side of the RPG stuff. Oh my goodness, how much experience for that? Okay, so they expect your level to get cracked in here then. The only thing that's like that's been consistent with me, actually, to be fair, outside like the stat building, and it's not intentional. I swear it's not intentional. It's pretty much only having a party of women. I almost never use the men. That's a more aggressive approach, and that's fair enough. If it works, it works. But I prefer to be strategic and make sure that like all my grounds are covered, or as much as possible. And it was annoying me for a while in the past couple of streams that I didn't really have a good healing. Like it always felt like that was the piece I was missing. I just didn't have a good healing piece. And I can prove it's not intentional that I always end up with a party of women, because I think it was Sophie 1 and Liddy and Suli were the two where I, had a man in the party. I mean, admittedly, like in both of those games, they served the same purpose. They were just there to kind of just tank the things. I mean, I'm not a place for you of RPGs. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, No, I know what you mean. I had to think about that for a second, but I know what you mean. But then that's also down to like the fact that as a general thing, you're not the biggest fan of ARPGs, and if you're not the biggest fan of something, you're not gonna want to devote as much time into it. Like it was like a JRPG, because you like that more, you're more prepared to put in that extra commitment. Hey, Underworld Crystal. I think we can finally make our own grand organs to make like the next step up of weapons. That we, if I check my stats, absolutely clearly need. With 386 attack, 357, 407, and 416. But Patricia, she's kitted out now. She is kitted out. She's fine. I don't even think I took her weapon to the blacksmith. She's just that kitted out now. Level of aggression, in my opinion. I mean, yay and no. Yay and no. You can tell I'm tired. I'm sorry. Yes and no is what I meant to say, but my brain just fucking plummeted. Yeah, because obviously like the combat keeps moving, so there is a certain degree of more aggression. But at the same time, every single step of the philosophy is still in place. You still need to know when to be aggressive, when to be defensive, when evasion is your best bet, what fights are actually worth committing to, what ones aren't. Like, it's all the same sort of style. It's just action RPGs are more forward focused. So everything has to keep running, so what you prioritize tends to change. Like, all the pieces are still there, it's just because it's moving, what you yourself will prioritize when, you gotta keep on the flow with it, will be different. When I start covering the SNES era Final Fantasies, that will be a good example, because they're not action RPGs, they're time action battles. Where they are turn-based, but every single skill has recovery time, and that recovery time can delay your turn the bigger it is. So you have to be wary of what you do and what costs what. So they're like a good middle ground, because they're still turn-based RPGs because they came out on the SNES. It's just, if you want to use like the super omega almighty spell, you gotta respect the fact you're not gonna get another turn before the enemy gets a second. If you want to spam Ultima, you gotta understand, after you use it, your turn ain't coming up until you get hit another 3 times. Final Fantasy X was actually a very good way of doing it, because they got rid of the actual timer. They instead just show a graph on the right that shows you exactly what action you'll take and how far back it'll push your turn. So like, if you make this action, there's going to be 4 other turns that are going to happen across the rest of your party before that character gets another one, for example. And not battle, active time battle is what it's called. I don't know why my brain went to whatever I said before. Once again, I'm just tired. Because I had to go ATB. Hang on a minute. What I said doesn't stand for ATB. I need to be defensive when I use items even more aggressively. Also, you get into the mindset of the best defense is a good offense. Well, to me, I'll actually prepare a defense. So I've got an elixir that will kit out healing, and I've got, you know, the harmonica, which will do group-wide stat buffs. Preference for defense, yeah. And that can work. I mean, look at my, you know, that video of me destroying the super boss in the first game, in Ryza 1. You know, I just, like, insanely kitted out the Genesis hammer and the fight was over. But it doesn't mean that the other strategies aren't breakable. It's just what you prefer. Yep. I have to wonder why they originally built these structures. I'm sure you realize that they are not from the Clint Kingdom era. They're far older than that. I can't wait for Ryza 3 to come out and there be yet another kingdom that's even older than whatever this kingdom is that's older than the Clint Kingdom. Because that seems to be the way we're going. Different experiences, not so good or bad. Yeah. Ultimately, as long as it works and you can get some enjoyment out of it, that's what counts. If your strategy... If you're getting bored and you realize that you've only been using one strategy... That's on you, you know, that's not just action RPGs, that's anything, you know? If the game offers you several different strategies, and you only do one of them, and then judge your opinion on that, you're not fucking helping yourself. But if you've got a strategy that works for you and you enjoy it, then keep at it, you know? Just do what makes the game more enjoyable for you. Right, the architecture is completely different. I have to be honest, I cannot tell the difference at all. My theory is that they built these structures to fend off an invasion by the Felucia. Wait, really? But couldn't they have just closed the gate the way you've been doing, Empol? What I've been doing is closing gates that were created specifically during the Clint Kingdom era. What does that mean? The Clint Kingdom created artificial gates and developed a method of opening and closing them. But these ruins are from an older era. They haven't yet established that kind of technology. Prep? No, it's not. You just have to do your prep while still moving. It's harder, but it just requires you to be thinking more and be quicker on it. You just need to be thinking the steps ahead whilst the attacks are happening and not when you're sitting on your turn. Like, when it comes up with your menu in JRPGs, once the menu comes up, you can sit there and go, okay, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want to do this? In action RPGs, the moment your previous attack goes up, you need to be thinking about the next. All it does is make you think quicker. But so it does become harder. But in theory, it's the same idea, because you're still strategizing. You're still having to put prep in. You're just doing it on the clock. That's the only real difference. And it's why in the SNES era Final Fantasy... they have a thing in the option called active mode and wait mode. If the idea of everything constantly moving is too much, you can turn on wait mode, which makes it that when you're on the menu, everything pauses. Even logic, is it? They're both RPGs that require strat building that give you a lot of tools. One of them is just because it's active, you're constantly moving, so your prep time is more in motion. Whilst JRPGs... it's not necessarily in motion, because it only moves when you move. Am I missing something? Like, that's how I've always treated it, and I've done alright. Like, I mean, that's why I transitioned into Ryza so easily. And I said Ryza isn't even... well, Ryza 2 is more action RPG. Ryza 1 isn't, it's ATB. Genre. Part of the action genre. But it requires all the exact same it requires all the exact same thought processes as JRPGs. The only difference is one's on the clock and the other's not, because in action RPGs, everything keeps moving. I'm not going to say, if you don't like ARPGs, you don't like ARPGs, it's just the nature of the beast. But for me, at least, I managed to transition from Sophie 2 into Ryza 1 almost completely seamlessly. Because I just applied the exact same thinking to both of them and was fine. The only difference is I had to be quicker on it in Ryza. Because, you know, things keep moving. If I just stand around thinking, oh, do I want to do this? Do I want to do... Ryza's getting beat the shit out of by whatever enemy whilst I'm doing that, you know? That's the only difference. But then equally, like I said, I grew up with Final Fantasy, so I have that kind of just keep moving and just keep thinking mentality built into me. So maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just a bias on my part, and if that's the case, my bad. turn-based combat. Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that once that Sophie 2 is a traditional turn-based JRPG and Ryza 1 is an ATB RPG. They're still, like, you know, their fundamentals, or that part of them, are different enough that if they were that actually different in their details, because, like, on the vague sense, yeah, they're different, but if they were actually that different in their details, or that different at their cores, it wouldn't have been that quick and that easy for me to transition. It still would have been, what do I have to do? Oh, how does this work? Oh, I'm getting overwhelmed. You know, but that didn't happen. I just went, okay, this is just this now, and then I moved on. The very second I clocked it was an ATB game and not an action RPG, I was the moment where I was set for Ryza 1. If anything, actually, just to shift the topic slightly, if anything, this game was slightly harder to adjust to, because this game is an action RPG. Because everything, it does keep moving, and everything does have a flow. Whilst in that one, it's just that in Ryza 1, it's just every skill and item has cooldowns. So it's ATB, because it's active time battle. It's just still turn-based, but things are pieces. But the audience actually falls under the presumption it's a functional strategy under action RPGs. But it's like, Wait, let me read that comment again? Hang on. Experience, but part of an audience that actually falls under the presumption that it functions strategically under action RPGs. Maybe I'm just too tired. I'm not 100% understanding what you mean by that comment. Sorry. maybe I'm just too tired. I worked last night, so by the time I went to bed, it was like nearly like 1 AM, and it's now like, you know, 10 to 10, so I didn't get that much sleep. So you have to forgive me if I'm a little slow on the uptake, but I'm not sure I get it. What you mean? Like, do you mean like? Actually, no, I don't know what I mean. I'm just going to continue reading this. I'm sorry. So you're saying these gates were just always open? Once you've conditioned to play at Chevy's ATBs, seems like an alien concept. But no, like, have you played like, outside of Ryza 1, have you played any other ATBs, like Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6? Because I think, genuinely, if you played like a traditional ATB, and a traditional active time battle, because, like, I say that, I know I keep on pushing the goalpost out a little bit in my explanation, but I'm trying to think of a way that makes sense. Ryza 1 is an ATB, but it is an ATB with some things. Because there's obviously things are very different from the 90s when Final Fantasy came out. They try and still make it feel more movie and whatnot. Which is probably why Ryza 1 to Ryza 2 going from ATB to actual action RPG happened, because it was already, like, getting there. But it's like, for me, like, 7 Remake is not ATB. That is just straight up an action RPG. Just it's got some. Actually, I'll take that back. It's got some ATB elements because you have to fill up the bar whilst you attack. But the thing is that the bar fills up by attacking, so that's by default makes it more action and less ATB. Legend Dragoon's also technically ATB. ATB like is literally just anything in a game where your skills and magic have cooldowns, and so they become effective turns instead of an actual your turn, their turn. And it's the same with the enemies. If they use like a super powerful skill, they're not going to be doing much for a little while. I said in Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, and to be fair, I keep on saying 4, 5, 6, but it's in 7, 8, and 9 as well, which is I remember it more for 4, 5, 6, is, I said you could put it to active mode or wait mode, and wait mode made the game function a lot more like a traditional turn-based RPG, because everything would stop when it reaches your turn, so you could literally just pay attention to where all the bars are and be like, okay, then it's this turn, then it's that character's turn next, then it's that character's turn next, then it's the enemy's turn, and just work it off that. Whilst in active, everything keeps moving, so you have to react quicker and actually, you know, if you want to use Cura, fucking use Cura the moment that turn arrives, don't wait on it. And there's a prevalent turn-based RPGs like Legend of Dragoon, i.e. the additional system. Yeah, okay. One day. I know I keep saying it, but one day I've literally got it written on the bucket list. I've got play Legend of Dragoon. Obviously I won't be able to stream it, but I want to experience it for myself, so I'll probably just get it on my Vita and like go through it in my spare time. But one day, because the more like I hear of it, the more curious I am. And the more I want to just try it just to see. So you're saying these other gates was always open? BGs and ACBs. Yeah. To be fair, there's a whole bunch of like late PS1, early PS2 era RPGs that I really want to try out. at some point. So I think I just need to make like a binge at some point. Let's see what ones I can actually get on PS4 and PS5, and just make it like a binge during February to just try out a couple of them, since, you know, Ryza's moved out of February's slot. Stays for it. Yeah, and that's fair enough. Still think there's a hell of a lot you can do with ARPGs and ATBs. It's just a lot of devs. They kind of like, it's not like it's like a universal formula, because each one's still a bit different, obviously. But it does feel like there's a universal spine that's starting to like wear out and get a few cracks, and yet they're still using it. And I think that's the only thing that kind of worries me. Like, I felt it the most in Tales of Arise. I love Tales of Arise, but holy shit. Gameplay-wise, that game was just not as interesting as Berseria. Even when you get near the end and you unlock far more to your skill set and whatnot, it just didn't have the same impact. Problem thing. No, it's alright. I didn't even read it as that, dude. Like I said, it was just my tiredness kicking in. I'm not a morning person. I function terribly if I don't have a good enough sleep. I always seem to get tired of the opposite of what everyone else is tired of. But I say that, like, I make all that comment that action RPGs, like, the spine that a lot of them sit on is starting to get damaged, but I'm completely ignoring, like, you know, the exact thing I said the other stream, that no, every single JRPG since FF7 has taken inspiration from it. If there's a spine that's been tested to its limit, maybe it's the one that's been around since 1997. Maybe it's the one that's still present in JRPGs to this day since 1997. Maybe it's that one. Maybe that's the one that needs to maybe like refine the spine or get a new one. But there needs to be something else to reinvent the wheel soon. I say that, but I still love JRPGs regardless, so I think that's a spine that will just last forever. That's like the spine of like a great tree, whilst action RPG is like just the spine of a bodybuilder. It's still going to give in eventually. Traditional RPGs, type of action games. I have noticed, like, in my teenage years, I lived off action games more. So I've always grown up and always known and always loved JRPGs. Like, that's like an undisputable just fact of my life. Like, JRPGs are like in my blood. I can't help it. But when I was younger, I was super into action games. But the older I get, I don't want to sound like an old man because I'm 23, but as my reactions have got just that little bit slower, and as my desire to, you know, learn the intricacies of every action game and like get like this super stylish precision starts to like, you know, become more time consuming, I've just leaned even more and more into JRPGs. Even if I try to. And yeah, and that's alright. It's okay sometimes to be the one man standing. The only person who's truly weird is the one that's just the most normal. Which I know sounds backwards, but it's a saying I've always stuck to. The only ones who are weird are the ones that don't stand out. Everyone should be different. Everyone should have something that makes them them, even if they don't agree with a lot of what other people are. Because that makes you you. That makes you a human being. If you just agree with everyone and just are just a piece of the background, you're kind of the weird one because you're just a thing. You know, you're not a person in the system. You're just doing whatever. Anyway, exactly. I believe that the people of this period came up with the method of their own. Essentially, they didn't actually close the gate. I'm realizing the problem that I gave Empel and Clifford similar voices, and I'm trying to differentiate, and it's getting harder. Essentially, they didn't actually close the gates, but instead found a way to cover it up in a sense. Bad times or worse times have only been able to be me. Yeah, and I would rather that, even if I'd rather that in anyone, even if sometimes it can be for the worst. As long as you're not, you know, like, breaking the fucking law and, like, hurting people or any of that shit. Just be you know? Unless you're not doing, like, the obvious things you shouldn't be doing, then we're gonna have problems. But outside of that, just be you. And if people get upset about that, well, they can look the other way. They can walk the other way, you know? They don't have to insert themselves to become the problem. The words, these ruins. Sounds like a pretty bold tactic. But I guess that would explain the existence of the ruins. So the chances of ever finding valuable treasure in these ruins would be pretty much zero. If I'm right about all this anyway. Clifford, I kind of hope you're not in the next game, just so I don't have to try and figure out these voices again. We should be focusing on things that actually matter right now. Empel, you do have some idea of how to close the gate, don't you? So many people in the net fan base are alienated because of that fact. But it is what it is. You stand on your own. Keep in mind, like, you're the guy who gave fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake a 2 out of 10, for fuck's sake. I think you alienated about 99% of the world when you did that. You just found your 1%, and that was it, so... like, you just do you, dude. Stick to your guns, do what you do, believe in what you believe, and just keep doing that, and you'll attract the people who will for that. And even if you don't, it's still got to be better to be you than to try and feed into someone else, right? Even if you're completely on your own for whatever reason, which you won't be, because, you know, there's like, what, 8 billion people in the world, there's always going to be at least someone else out there that thinks the same as you. Or thinks similar enough to you. But, even if you are somehow entirely on your own, I think wouldn't that at least be better, because then you're true to yourself, as opposed to, like, having to pretend to be someone else to please someone else, sort of thing. Obviously, that's a far grayer and deeper topic than just as it is on surface level, but you get what I mean. Be sure, and so I've actually laid eyes on it, so we should probably hurry. Speaking of Final Fantasy, outside of, like, the pixel remasters, which are eventually coming to console, I've been kind of debating what Final Fantasies I actually want to cover on this channel, because it's going to happen inevitably. I grew up with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is getting live streamed on this channel eventually. It's kind of crazy it hasn't happened already. Where I come from. This is enough people where I see where I come from. Yeah, I said the thing with, and it's a crazy thing that always seems to happen with what's known as the left side of Square. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a direct split in the development team after Final Fantasy IX, and they got called the left side and the right side internally. And the left side, like after Final Fantasy IX, they were Final Fantasy X, they were Final Fantasy XIII, they were Kingdom Hearts, they were Final Fantasy 15, and they were the 7 Remake. Whilst the right side was Final Fantasy Tactics, 11, 12, and 14, and then approaching 16. A lot of the left side Kingdom Hearts, not left side Kingdom Hearts, left side Square Enix, gets criticized a lot for being overly anime or overly Japanese, and gets really, really, really loud hated. And that's not saying that's what people are, or like anyone who watches your stuff is. I'm just saying, like, even though they don't actually, it's only like 1% of the audience that are involved in it that actively like make a point of not liking some of the games, or, you know, go out of their way to play them and then criticize them as much as they can. It's just like anyone where there's like a bad egg. The bad eggs always seem to be the loudest. And that's how kind of what happens to see with the left side. Whilst the right side tends to be more grounded and more medieval and more traditional fantastical. Like I said, it's Tactics, that's 12, that's gonna be 16, that's like 11 and 14, the MMOs. And I love both sides, because that's just me. I love how fucking zany and fucking bullshit that a lot of the left side games are. But I also like how, like, vicious and dark and grounded in reality a lot of the right side games are. Like, it's kind of baffling that there's such a direct split. To make it more clear, the left side is Creative Business Division 2, and the right side is Creative Business Division 3. For the most part. There's other teams involved as well that someone's getting involved and help out, but that's the general, like, premise. Okay, 3 was better than 7 Remake. Yeah, I can see how, especially base KH3. If you say base KH3 is better than, like, most games, people will give you a fucking raised eyebrow, because that game was just kind of bad. But I just found it boring. Once it was completely, like, finalized, like, after, you know, remakes came out and whatnot, playing the game on critical mode and actually having to use my brain again, and actually being a respectably hard critical mode, with a lot of extra bells and whistles throughout the journey, the game came alive, and I fucking love it, and now it's my second favorite Kingdom Hearts. And it's wild that the game had such a U-turn. Like I said, when I first played it, I was very much like, it's alright. You know? I was like such a, like, a meh review of it when I finished it. So I even did it on Proud, yet I beat the game's hardest super boss on my very first fucking attempt, because the game's so piss easy. Well, you've got players that have been grinding the wheel for, like, over a decade. Or I think it was 13 years in the end, after Kingdom Hearts 2, and know the ins and outs of every single system and mechanic. You can't then just throw something that's easier than the rest at them, because it's just not going to be even a remote threat to them. But I'm glad that, I say glad, we have to see when more stuff comes out, but I'm glad Square's moving away from that just release it and then fix it later mentality, because that annoyed the shit out of me when both Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 came out and were clearly not fucking finished. There was clearly things that shouldn't be the way they were. How am I doing on this build? I've only got one thing. Effectivity. Same as defense 17. Oh, fair enough. Enemies, do you mind? I'm just trying to look if there's anything interesting here. Don't mind me. I said, don't mind me. Ugh. Doing live stream reviews of the Yakuza games. Seems like a lot of unnecessary extra work on yourself. It's one thing to review them, it's another thing to do it whilst live streaming. There's so much more you'd have to worry about. That just seems like he's just trying to stress himself out. In real time. And that makes sense, but at the same time, it also becomes a bit cluttered if people are trying to watch along. Like, oh, what do they think of this bit? What do you think of that bit? Fucking, oh no, I've got to dig through the live stream to find it. Instead of it just being in a more concise, constructed, oh, here's the Felucia. Concise and constructed review. Look. What is that? What else could it be? It's the Felucia. So this is the monsters you were telling us about. I do want to do more written reviews throughout the year. Like, especially now I've got a better mic, and I can make it a bit cleaner, just alongside everything. But we'll have to see, because I'm not going to review a game unless I really want to. I'm not just going to review it for the sake of it. It wants to be something that matters to me. Yeah, stay alert, everyone. But if I were to review stuff, I'd probably review games that, I'm not streaming, you know, or won't be getting the time to stream for whatever reason. Make it a bit of a surprise. Be like, hey, here's something. In the game, people can see where I'm coming from and also see the different perspectives. Yeah. Alright, Pile Bunker. 74. Oh god, they literally level match. Actually, no, I need more CC anyway. Yeah, I need more CC. I know, Claudia, I know you're suffering. Give me a minute. There, you're gonna be fine. See, fully healed. Everyone's fine. And we got regeneration. I'm more than willing to see things about a game I didn't see a few years ago. Yeah. Oh, I'm the only one that's not... Oh, okay, so the Felucia have been buffed from the last game. They're not kind of just a joke. They will actually kind of kick your shit in. Got it. Well, I say they're not actually doing too bad damage-wise. It's entirely that they seem to be good at breaking stun. And they're tanky. Okay, after this fight, we might have to actually go back and actually start making new weapons for people. Now we've got some of those Underworld crystal things. Which way this is the more encouraging. Yeah, because I said, Ryza 2 is absolutely more action than anything else, RPG-wise. Oh, something coming from the side. Oh, I got a break anyway. Alright, Claudia. No, that's not Claudia I spoke to. I always forget which button was which. I'm sorry. But yeah, I really enjoy these games. Well, especially Ryza 2. This game, the only thing I miss from Ryza 1 is that whole, like, you know, kids around the village feel that the first game had. Where it's like, you know, you had like the school bully, you had, you know, the class life you had to do, you had like the parents you had to deal with, you know, like you had like, it's almost like teenage life finding your way through it. And I kind of miss that little bit of charmingness. Whilst this one feels a little bit more traditional. But I love this game. This game's super fun. Like, as a whole, it's way better than the first game. And to be honest, it's almost a slight detriment that I platinumed Ryza 1 so quickly, because it means I have less reason to go back to it anytime soon. Especially because this game, you know, has the ability to go visit several areas from the first game anyway, so it makes it even more invalidated. You don't really need to go back to that game. Whilst all the mysterious games, even if I platinumed them... Well, I say that, if I platinum... The day I platinum Furious would probably be the last time I play it. Just, I'm sorry, Furious fans, but as much as I like that game, it's still very weak to me. I'm sorry. But all the rest, absolutely. I'll absolutely go through Sophie 1 again in my spare time, even after I platinum it. Or Lydian, especially Lydian Suli. Lydian Suli I still think's like, especially of the original trilogy, the best one, but including Sophie 2, I'm not sure, but I'd probably have to go through them both again to make that comparison. I kind of juggle between the two, which one I prefer. This is the worst possible outcome. The thing is, like I said, but I must stress, I like Theris. I like what it's doing, and I think the game gets way more enjoyable once you're on the other side of the time limit. The problem is that the time limit's just so, like, uneventful for the most part. You just kind of go around, do things, and then when you're done, you're like, oh, okay, now the game actually begins. And you're like, but I'm already, like, 15 hours in. What are you on about? You know? I said it didn't. No. I was like, it's a shame, because I like what Theris is trying to do, and I genuinely adore Theris as a character. I adore her in Lydian Suli as well, to see how much she's grown, but I just adore Theris as a character. I love how she's such a fish out of water in Theris. You know, literally being the little cave child, and then just going to explore the world, after, you know, like, arguing with her parents, and then pushing out the goalpost ridiculously. Weakest mysterious. Yeah, it absolutely is. Out of all the Gust games I've played, like I've said before, it's the second weakest. The only game I think's not as, less enjoyable than it is Knights of Azure 2. But even then, I must stress again, if Knights of Azure 2 was just, you know, technically sound, everything else is the same. If the game just didn't, you know, crash every hour, I would think way higher of it. So in that sense, Theris is just, like, the weakest Gust game I've played so far. I hate it. Yeah. I'm in the same mentality. I do that a lot, like, I will be like, oh, this game is the weakest in the series, and then I'll start criticizing it, and people go, actually, good example, when I'm talking about Danganronpa, and I, like, rip V3's head off all the time. I don't hate V3, I actually really like it. It's just the most problematic game in the series, and I have, like, a million problems with it. But anytime I talk about it, people go, God, do you fucking hate that game? I'm like, no, I don't, I promise. I genuinely like it. It's just, holy shit, its problems are so clear. And Yakuza, I still fucking love it. Yeah, admittedly, I think 4's the weakest just because the story really didn't do anything for me, and I think it dragged it all down, and I didn't care for, I forget his name, the cop character. I just kind of didn't care about him. But yeah, for most people, and I completely understand why, 3 is the weakest, because it's just the oldest and the stiffest, and its story's kind of basic. The only thing that carries it is that Mine is a really fun villain. Or a really fun antagonist, to be more accurate to what he is, because it's more that he's just doing different things. Some things he does are wrong, but he does them for the right reasons. The Felucia are here. That means it must be overflowing from the Underworld. And February, like, talking about my streams for a second before because we got way off track on talking about my streams since Ryza 3's been delayed a month. In February, the big game I'm going to be covering then should be Theatre Rhythm, but the key word is should, because ultimately, the entire game is just a celebration of the music of Square. Because it's not just... Well, it's gonna... When the game launches, it will only be Final Fantasy music, but through DLC, they're adding music from all of their other franchises. So it's going to just be that the whole game is one giant celebration of Square Enix's music library. To me, that screams it might be recording blocked. And if that's the case, I'm still going to get and play it, but obviously it won't be on the stream schedule. But that screams Square's going to put a recording block on it, because they're not going to want, you know, literally the entire library of every single music they have that easily accessible. So it bears mentioning the weakest Yakuza game still massively clears most game franchises. Yeah, one of the streamers I watch, Ray, Navarez Jr., I spoke about him before, when he talks about Yakuza, he says Yakuza 3 is a beautiful, phenomenal, near Game of the Year contender game, stuck in a series of straight-up masterpieces. And he said that's why it feels like the weakest. It's still a phenomenal game, but all of its brethren are just like the top, like the cream of the crop. So the only one that's actually bad is Dead Souls. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair. What are those things? I know what you said earlier, but in all the history books I've ever read, I have never seen anything like them. They're the Felucia, incredibly dangerous creatures from the Underworld. They use gates like this to repeatedly appear in our world and destroy everything in their path. They're awful, and there are even more of them where we're headed. Way to put it, yeah.
That's right. For everyone you see here, assume there are many more waiting in the wings.
I'm gonna level with you. They're setting up that this Felucian King is gonna be the final boss in the same way the Felucian Queen was the final boss of the last game. If that ends up being the case, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Just because it's kind of like the same deal again, 2 games straight. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and the Felucian King might actually be, you know, a challenge compared to the Queen in the last game, but you know what I mean. I'm like, come on. I would rather, like, all the mana, like, turn Fee into a monster and we fight Fee as the final boss. That would be cool.
But you said they appear repeatedly. I've never seen anything like them before.
Well, they can't appear out of thin air. They need to have access to a gate.
I see. I've been studying the Felucia ecology, and I've recently formulated a new theory. It's likely that they see our world as their breeding and feeding ground. The same way that some fish or birds migrate, they may have been driven here by instinct. And that's why they appear repeatedly? It's still just a theory, but I don't think I'm too far from the truth.
Either way, since the Felucia are here, that means they must be an open gate nearby. We have to find that gate and seal it off. Uh-oh, what's up, Ryza? Well, she realized. As we get a zoom in on her boobs. I know it's supposed to be because it's like her looking down, so you can only see like the bottom of her face, but that camera angle was a bit questionable. Thank you, Fee. I'll be alright. What's on your mind, Ryza? What's upsetting you? Yeah, something's not sitting well on that this poor girl's mind. Alright, come here, Felucia. Oh, jeez. Okay, not too many of you at once. Oh god, I need to not miss my swing. There we go. Oh, another thing to talk about whilst we're doing this. In between streams, one of my friends, because he's been like, because he watches my streams usually in post, like he'll watch them like later in the day because he usually does things in the morning. He was watching them and he was like, oh, this morning he's like, oh, Rise of Free's been delayed. Are you going to cover Ireland then whilst you wait? I'm like, no, because I won't get them done in time. And he went, oh no, but you should cover Ireland, they're great. And he's like, he's been really pushing I need to cover the Ireland game soon. And he brought up like some music tracks and like mentioned them. It's like, look, listen to these tracks and tell me you don't want to play these games. I was like, stop it. He's really trying to make me play the Ireland series, like pick it up. So I've ended up hearing only a couple tracks, but I've heard a couple tracks from like various Ireland games, and I'm like, okay, fine, yeah, it's a great soundtrack, I get it. Fuck off. Okay, so we need to fight another variant. Yeah, great though. Yeah, but it's just, I think for him, it was just the one that like he started with, so he holds it closer to him, and that's just me guessing. But he likes him. He's excited for me to cover him at some point. I'm like, yeah, well, I'll fucking get to it. Oh, geez, you think these guys are the ones that we need to also fight? I am excited for Ireland and Dust. Like I said, it's going to take a slight break. And when I say slight break, you've been in this channel long enough to know that when I say slight break, that I'm terrible at actually making that mean anything, so it probably won't even be that long. But more just for, you know, like, to make sure I don't burn out. I do plan to give it a little time post Ryza 3. But in saying that, considering Ryza 3 is further out, after I do Ryza 3, I might just be itching to get back more into Atelier again. So we'll honestly just see when we get there. Effectively, what I need to do is just pay attention to sales. If the Ireland trilogy goes on sale, then we're in business. And it'll be interesting as well, because obviously, I won't do like Ireland 1, 2, 3 and then go straight to Dusk. I'll do the 4th Ireland game before I entertain Dusk, in the same way I did Sophie 2 before I did Ryza 1. It'll be interesting to see the leap. All I know about Arlen 4, other than the fact that you play as, like, I think Roroa's daughter, is the game's ending structure is near identical to Lily and Suli's, where it's like max out friendship, reach certain levels, and like make set item, and then you get the true ending. And the fact that it's like near identical in that system, I was like, oh, okay, I can handle that. Okay, so I was right, it is fighting these armor bugs. But I know, like, the traditional Arlen games, it's all the time limit shit, so when it comes to that, I'm gonna keep trying as we go through it to see what endings we can get. But it'll be one of those things where it's like, if we've got, like, 3 different endings and none of them are still the true ending, and I've done, like, 20 streams, I'm moving on to the next game. You know? In terms of streaming, because otherwise it will start to get a bit too redundant. And I'm also curious when we do go through Dusk, because the third Dusk game was the first one to get rid of the time limit. So I'm kind of curious for that one as well. Like, will that game feel like a precursor to Sophie 1 in a more literal sense, or will there be other things that make it different, or make it feel odd, or whatever, you know? Because in Sophie 1, you could kind of... I think it's a bit too harsh to say you could feel that they were trying to find their footing away from time limits. But in retrospect, yeah, it does feel like they were still trying to figure things out, because that game does move, especially in the first half, very fucking slowly. It does feel like they want you to go through the motions, work through a recipe book, and do things that you would normally do in a time game first, and then afterwards they go, yeah, okay, but since you're not on a time limit, here's actually give you a plot of things to worry about. And then Furious was that one last weird, like, final hurrah of the time limit, except not really, because the time limit kind of didn't exist. I say that Lily and Suli also had a time limit bit, but only for like one smidge of a chapter, and you were almost definitely gonna completely skip it. It's when your dad challenges you to, like, reach the next rank. It's only when you accept the exam that the time limit starts. So if you just, like, you know, max out the book and everything before you even pick up and accept the exam, you almost definitely will have the resources to turn it in then and there, so the time limit doesn't exist. Like, it kind of caught me by surprise. I was like, hey, there actually is a time limit in this section? What? Alright, I'm going to load in the next zone, so we can warp here, and then I'm going to go back, because I want to see what we can make. Alright, I'm going to make better ores, first of all, before we dive into this. But this is going to be a bit of an equipment gear up, so bear with me. I need to dupe more polishing sands, so I'll just make more, because they're godly. Actually, I've got a good idea. Use that and then just dupe the ore when I make it. Oh, Shaylee, yeah. I have heard one particular track from Lulua, though, and I feel like I almost need to play it for you, because I know it's going to be in here somewhere, because, like, I was genuinely caught by surprise how fucking good it is. Even if, admittedly, when I heard it, my brain immediately went, this sounds kind of similar to a track in Knights of Azure. I wonder if it's the same composer. And then, lo and behold, it was. Let me make this first. Damn, these things are costly. Look at this. 5, 6, and 7s? Damn. Oh, okay. We better make the most of that one last rainbow gemstone then. Uh-oh. Okay, that's just for quality. That was for fakes, that's a shame. Oh, fine, I'll use a rainbow neutralizer. What's this recipe for? The glory belt. Ooh. But I think that's as far as we can... Yeah, because we can't boost that anymore. Stat charge, hell yes. Skill charge and defense charge, sure. I was going to say, why do I have better quality? No. Oh, these things are pricey. Okay. Well. Alright, here goes nothing. My intention, and it's why I want these weapons to be hyper-kitted, stick with me here. I am going to start from the weakest weapon and build up. So by the time we get to the highest weapon, they're cracked. Like, they're insanely good. Because it's why Patricia's weapon is so cracked and why her stats are so absurd. Because what I did with her. I literally just went through every single thing. So where's the recipe? It's over there, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, this one's a distance. And the recipe is there. Oh, it's a good thing we got Spironite. We need more fucking... God damn it! The good thing we have Spironite, he said out loud like a moron 2 seconds before he read ahead to realise. Honestly, when you like max out the skill tree, you know what I should do with the SP? Make it go straight into your gems instead. So you have a natural way of building up gems in the background, so just, you know, burning everything. And the recipe is up here. Actually, no, I might need that for something else. Fine, I'll use 1 Grand Organ. Not everyone's going to get a super powerful weapon upgrade, it's just Ryza's the one that's the most behind, which is why I'm prioritizing her a little bit. Oh, bitch, fine. Alright, and this is in Arkansas, and we can make a nocturnal relic. There's still more? Ah. I could do it. Oh, I could do it. I could go full cracked. No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be worth it. Just for Ryza. Everyone else, I probably won't go this far with it to make the everything, but just for this. Just for you, girl, we'll do it. She's the pro tag. She gets the right anyway. It's fine. My curiosity's been piqued, so I want to see how, like, cracked we can, like, get Ryza. Again! But this time, hopefully for the final time. It won't be. I'll get to the next weapon and it'll be like, hey, you need an Arkansas. I'll be like, god damn it. And this one's the long runs, you have to go over here, right? Forgot to use the 2 there. Then use the 4 there, so it unlocks this immediately. We're getting rid of trump card anyway. Wherever we get next, we'll go over it, so that's fine. That one we have to use the bigger one because that gives us more quantity. Then I'm aiming this way. I'm going to use this one actually because we don't need that much of a crank in quality. The quality's going to hit 999 regardless of what I do, you know? Ah, fine, I'll use this one. What's Radiance? Core recovery according to tactic level and reduces the wait time of core items. Ooh. Let's see what this is. We can backtrack if I don't like what ability you get out of this weapon. You have to sacrifice other weapons to get trait slots? Okay, I'm glad I've already got that. What's Celestial Meteor? When using an item that deals damage, reduce CC cost to 1 and increase magic... That seems kind of broken. What? Magic items cost nothing? I need another Arkansas. Fuck! That's okay, because we can just make more. Let me just make this weapon, because that's absurd. That's absurd, I love it. Does everyone get, like, shit that cracked? That is... What? So I might as well just try and, whilst we got so much quality to burn with, I should just try and, like, fill this up as much as possible so I don't have to worry about level. You only got one of these, so I'll put that there. That's literally all we can get out of this. Okay, lady. What's War God power? That sounds absurd. I'll take War God power. God damn, that's a crazy ass weapon you got there, Ryza. Oh, that stat creep up. Oh, that's monstrous. And you know what's gonna make it even worse? 1 second. Oh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis.
いらっしゃい。どれを鍛えようかな。強くなりそうなものは。 いいもの発見。こんな感じでせーの。
Now let's see what Ryza's stats are. Let's see how, like,
よし、鍛え応えがありそうなの。
bad this is gonna be. So I never actually upgraded her weapon. Let me do that as well.
これとか良さそうだ。いい感じ。せーの。うん、かなり鍛え応えがありそうなのはまたいつでも。
Alright, so let's see how 584 attack. Ooh. Ooh.
どこへ向かうつもり？よーし。
Oh dear.
どれがいいかな。いらない材料を使うべきだよね。
I'm doing this because I want to duplicate Grand Oran so I can try and make the others. Now I've realized how much of a leap it is. It's like, okay, now I have to kind of make more for the others. I get it. Like, my eyes have been opened. We're gonna detour and like make everyone like ungodly. We're gonna go to the final boss and we'll be the final boss. We're going to the final boss and we'll be the reason.
どれがいいかな。たくさん作っちゃおうかな。これでいいかな。
That should do.
どのくらい作ろうかな。
I'll do that.
悪くないね。たくさん作っちゃおうかな。いい感じ。さすが私。
And then we need to make an Arkansas.
何にしようかな。
Oh, there's so many things that have new next to it. It's like one thing at a time. We'll get there. And so many other things we just haven't made. Where is it? Oh, hang on. Let me... Yeah, add that to the list so we can get it easier. Where is it? I know we've made our own. At least I'm sure you have. I don't think we've brought them. If not, I'm just going to check the gems when we get back to them to see if they're in there somewhere. Diamond string. Ah, they're here. We need a rainbow gemstone. Where do we find that? Bomb Rod, Northern Lands, or the Ethereal Dragon's Coffin? So we just run around the Bomb Rod. Okay, we're sticking with what we got then. And then just remember you to check the Saint Diamond.
ちょっと危ないかも。
調査ノートの補充はできてる。今日もたくさん調べるぞ。
Equally, however, I really don't think we're gonna need to upgrade everyone else. I think Ryza's gonna kind of just start ripping heads off. Look. Is that a Felucia? Doesn't look like the ones we're used to seeing. It's scary, that's for sure. It's way stronger than the ones we've seen so far. Oh god, it's coming towards us. Watch out, here it comes. Wait, so does this go legit? Oh, okay, I have to do something else first. I was gonna say, is this go legit and you have CC cost 1 now on some things? But no, we have to actually, like, upgrade that thing first, I remember. We need to get Arkansas and then we're in business. Right now, Ryza is just a complete unit. That's the only real thing that's happening here. She's just a real powerful monster. Oh, what was that delay on the attack? I was ready to go.
And I never did play that one track I was going to play from Lua that I was talking about. Me and my short-term memory. That was a cute little animation. Ah, looks like we won. I just remembered something. I did see this Felucia in the memories of one of the ruins. This Felucia is a type that existed since ancient times. Is that so? Do you not know about these ones, Lila? I heard of their existence, but I grew up far from Seri's land. I'd never seen one in person. You call it by a single name, but the Underworld is just as vast as our own world here. And my home is close to where these Felucia can be found. So, how are they different from the regular ones? And don't just say they're tougher. Well, they aren't regular ones, but these older ones are individually strong. Fucking, what did I just say? Doesn't sound good. It's like, yes, they're super RPG. You know, when you get into a sequel and the enemy comes back, but they're somehow stronger. Yeah, it's like that. But on the plus side, they breed much less frequently, so there are much fewer of them. Sounds like they're higher up on the food chain then. What do you mean? That's my throat went a little then. Just like our normal animals, the stronger a predator is, the fewer of them there are. Since there's less risk of other animals driving them to extinction, they don't need large numbers. And if there were too many, they would have to compete for food, and the more of them would end up dying. That is true. They tend to be many more than the smaller, weaker creatures in the world.
Now, I guess that the newer Felucia evolved from the ones that weren't as strong, so there are more of them. Each individual is weaker, but they make up for it by quickly adapting to new environments. As a result, they flourish and become the more common one. That's my theory anyway. But even if there are fewer of those ones than the others, it's still too many for us to handle. We should try to avoid them as much as we can. Yeah, you say that, Clifford. Did you not just see the weapon I've got? What is this type of Felucia? Has its... But what if this type of Felucia has its own queen? It could be way more dangerous than the Ravaging Queen we fought before. Yeah, and it's going to end up being the final boss. I'm calling it. It wants us to go right, so I'm going to go there last. And hopefully we'll find more of these rainbow gemstones along the way. You know, anywhere. It said bomb rod, I'm not... Second residential area. I could do some dragon stones. Or the underworld crystals. They look... They look like dragon bloodstones, alright? So my brain just goes to that. We're gonna get weapons for every character, but they're just not gonna be as good. Yeah, they're just not gonna be as good as what we've got for anyone. They never are, and it's never going to change in this game, it feels like. I'll check this way first. Ooh, library! Man, it feels like I'm in the final dungeon of Sophie 1 all of a sudden. Books, papers, fucking... Felucia are everywhere, Jesus Christ, give me a minute, guys. Oh, I didn't mean to run into you. I was trying to swerve around, if I'm honest. Oh, well. It's because Claudia was getting kind of low on health. I got Patty in. Don't even have to worry about healing her for a minute.
Alright, go in, get in there. God, the amount of experience we get per fight in this area is absurd. Don't do that whispering shit. We've talked about this, Clifford. The biggest thing I look forward to when I'm done with this game is not having to hear you whisper in my ear anymore. Anything else can stay, just that can go. Ooh, what's this about? We can't interact with it, but I wonder what that's about. I'm guessing, like, when we go the other way, like, plot will demand us to come here, but we can't do it early. It seems like there's nothing else of interest here right now. And those rainbow gemstones haven't popped up yet. Look at that enemy, it's stuck. That's just always the same. Why is it so foggy here? There may be something strange at work here. Divine branch? Ooh. Let me guess, that other chest is gonna be the thing we need. Where's it put us? So it's put us down here. I was gonna say, where actually are we? I lost track. It's not! Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I had a feeling. So we still don't have... Hang on. Yeah, a staff. So I'm guessing like a Ryza weapon pickup is going to be around here. But clearly not in this zone, so... You're going to go like right near the end for it? I'm glad there's a lot of stuff here. It reminds me of like the library areas as well from Sophie 1. Like, not just the final dungeon, but the other bit where it's like in the manor. It was like I would like just hide round the corner of things so I could check the area out whilst all the enemies couldn't reach me. Are these all going to be the same? Yeah, there's one constant in this game, it's, you know, sparkling water and rose water just being in barrels everywhere in this game. Alright, so what's the purpose of this middle space? Oh, we have to drop into it. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to look around. Yeah, we have to drop into it. So what's the purpose? Nothing yet. Okay, it's going to be something there later. I imagine what it's going to be is when we unlock the ability to actually start picking up pieces for the ruins, like they'll be in places like there. Since this dungeon as a whole is relatively linear, so... Oh, jeez. That's enemies there. It is cool seeing the Felucia again, though. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's also... Hey, that's an old boss! Like, it's making me feel, like, almost more comfortable. It's like, hey, we're back in Ryza 1 territory now. We're seeing the Felucia around everywhere. Oh, Claudia's still on low health. As soon as I get the chance, I'm going to drop an elixir then. I need 5 for an elixir, got it. Can I help you, kitty cat? But my cat just started licking me. She's like, am I not giving you enough attention? Hi. Oh jeez, yeah, as soon as I get the chance, I'm dropping an elixir, get a free full heal. Well, it's not free, it's 6 CC, and it puts my turn back way a lot, I think. Yeah, it puts Ryza's turn way back. Oh, I see the problem. All these guys resist magic. That's why Claudia doesn't... It feels like Claudia's not doing as much. Or the Felucia resist magic. Hang on, I'm just going to swap you in again then. Because you're all physical focused. Oh, there we go. Literally, the rocks that are rainbow. One? Come on. There are no other rainbow-colored rocks. 1 stone from both of them? That's such a robbery. And I bet this won't open until we solve the mystery of everything here, right? This seems kind of weird. The architecture seems totally different from everywhere else. It's just a rock, guys. It's not that. Come on. That feels strange, doesn't it? Like someone just dropped a barrier down the middle of everything. The fog is a lot bigger here, too. Almost like it's trying to distract us. Do you think it's doing the same thing as in that forest? That was Claudia speaking, not Ryza. Yeah, good point. So we take care of the fog here. We burned firewood before, so if there's a spot to do something similar, I think that should work. Back in the sanctuary. Well, there was a fireplace, that makes sense. It would be quicker to do this. Okay, I just had to check, but yeah, we need to go make another one. I just had to check there wasn't going to be a cutscene first, I needed a twig or something. We just need to go make another one of those things. That's fine, because whilst we're here... where is... Okay, that's the routing. I was like, okay, what's our routing to even get to this thing? I'm not that fast about... A dragon's tear? What? An elixir, sure. Effect spread, that's even sexier, thank you. What's up here? More effect spread? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm gonna duplicate this thing. I think it's gonna cost like an arm and a leg to duplicate this thing. Let's find out first.
どれがいいかな。
It costs 7,000. Okay, that's not actually as strenuous as I thought it would be. It's still like,
どれを
oh.
使おうかな。
Oh, you get a lot for them for making one. That's actually nice to know.
考えすぎ
I still want to dupe a couple though.
どうしよっかな。
I need to get more Dunkel heights as well. I know how to get them easy, thankfully, so that'll be easy enough to go do if I do need to go get them.
いらない材料を使うべきだよね。
I'll do.
よーし、できた。これなら強くなるはず。どこに入れようかな。さあ、何を入れよう。
Alright, let's go this way first. Let's get the effect.
さあ、何を
God, there's the
入れよう。
effect spread kicking in. Look at this. Oh my god.
何入れようかな。
Yeah, that's the effect spread kicking in. Wow, that just went.
何入れようかな。お、いい感じかも。
Ah, effect costs too much. Let's get rid of that for then, and we'll just go this way for a sec.
何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。すごいのできちゃうかも。
Ah, yeah, just barely too much. That's fine. It's not like she needs the speed boost, really.
どれもよくて悩んじゃうな。こんな感じかな。
God, skill attack 50? I think I should get that.
こんな感じかな。
I feel like that would be better than attack boost.
これでどうだ。
Alright, so our fiend of a woman is even more dangerous now.
何作っちゃうかな。
Okay, who do I want to, like, buff into the stratosphere next? Oh, I know.
入れる場所は
Where's your recipe? That
何
way.
入れよっかな。すごいのできちゃうかも。
Then afterwards, I promise, I'll listen to that one Lulua track I want to highlight to you guys. I promise I will.
何を入れよう。さあ、何を入れよう。
Where is the next recipe actually before I get carried away? Down there, so...
何入れよっかな。すごいのできちゃうかも。すごいのできちゃうかも。
And next is here.
さあ、何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。お、いい感じかも。
That's okay, we have to spend more. Okay, there it is. I was going to say, wait, where is it? I was losing my mind. Oh, you monster. Never any easier. You can't just give it to me.
いい感じかも。さあ、何を入れよう。何入れようかな。
It's like, oh, it's fine. It doesn't matter if we don't have enough. You won't need it again. Newsflash, we needed it again.
すごいのできちゃうかも。
I say that, this is good to do anyway, because, I want to be able to make something for Claudia as well. Even if Claudia's a little falling behind in this dungeon just because of the nature of the beast, it's still, you know, it'll be helpful to have her kitted out. Recipes this way.
何入れようかな。
That one.
何入れようかな。
That one.
新しいものができちゃいそう。
And it was down here, right?
さあ、何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。 じかも。新しいものができちゃいそう。お、いい感じかも。すごいのできちゃうかも。さあ、何を入れよう。
Oh, we can't get there anyway because we don't have a spirit bottle. So this is as far as we're going with this, but that's fine.
すごいのできちゃうかも。何入れよっかな。
Come back to that.
さあ、何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。お、いい感じかも。すごいのできちゃ
What
う
does
かも。
Blooming Flower do actually? Just boosts all stats at the start of the fight. Nice, because that's exactly what she needs.
何入れよっかな。お、いい感じかも。何入れよっかな。さあ、何を入れよう。
I'll
どれ
do.
にしようかな。
Absolutely. Sure.
これでどうだ。これでどう
Sure.
だ。
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, fine. And that's before we've even put the upgrades in.
どれがいいかな。
Alright, once again, we have like no fucking gems, so because I need more Grandoran, so get rid of that last one.
悩む材料はいらない材料のような。本当に問題ないか確認しないと。
The fact that we can get burned like 40k and then just burn for it so even quicker, like it just goes. It's like,
これでいいかな。どのくらい作ろうかな。じゃーん、こんな感じかな。
Alright.
何作っちゃ
And
おう
last
か
is
な。
certainly not least. Where is it? Oh, that's the last weapon I skipped. Whoops. But this is this one.
入れる場所は。お、
It's okay if the quality is like non-existent right now. It's going to awaken as we go through.
お、いい感じかも。
And no, I haven't forgotten to listen to that one, the lower track. I know I keep saying it. No, we're not done. Where's the next recipe? Down
何入
bottom.
れようかな。さあ、何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。お、いい感じかも。
Oh, geez, please don't require me to need more of my Chimera to get what I need.
さあ、何を入れよう。
Oh, thank God, the recipe's that way. Oh, let's say, please don't. The recipe's the other way. We're fine, we're fine.
お、いい感じかも。何入れよっかな。あれ、ちょっと変わりそう。
There, okay.
さあ、何を入れよう。
Does this matter? No, okay, I'll use the shitty one then.
お、いい感じかも。
Same with you. Oh, I need a red free, never mind.
何を入れよう。お、いい感じかも。さあ、
I have to use you,
何を
red
入れよう。
4.
新しいものができちゃいそう。
For a second, I was about to say, I was like, where's the rest of it? Oh, okay, you know what? God dang it. We never escape. But at least we know what we're doing. But this is like why I try and do some of it off screen if I can help it, because I know it's always going to be like this. Like, this is what my off screen grinding looks like a lot of the time. It's just me just working away, going back to the mines. Everything needs something else. The only blessing is that I understand the fundamentals a hell of a lot better than I ever used to. You know, back when we started Sophie, I had no clue what any of this meant, and so if I couldn't make something, I usually just kind of gave up a little, because I was just like, oh well, I can't make it anyway. Whilst now I have a lot more of an understanding of these fundamentals, so I just kind of go, okay, that's that goes there. Let's go make this. Now we can continue. Oh, the recipe's this way. I was about to say, I only went the other way. And then down here. And then this one is the, thank goodness we only need one. So we can go this way. This way. It's way over there. Oh, we need a 3. I was going to see if I could be cheeky about it. No, I'll just use that. I mean, it's just a straight shot up, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a straight shot up. Oh, it's in Arkansas again, damn it. Restore an AP when taking any action with a chance to do extra damage. Oh. I don't have a, of course I don't have a 4, why would I? It's why I wait, so I was like, I think I'm going to use this last one for this, because the effect spread will also, yeah, get that up. And that'll do. Stat charge. Skill charge plus 50. Jesus Christ. Sure. Alright, so now the whole party is jacked. Let's go to the blacksmith. Actually, let me listen to that fucking track before I forget again. This track. I ended up listening to it the other day, or this morning even. Sorry. You can tell I'm out of it. I am. And how tired I am. And when I heard it, I'll after you've listened to it, I will play the track it reminded me of, and see if you guys can see what I mean. Same one, man, but it's not the track it reminded me of first. It reminded me, if I can find it, of this track. It's got the same thing, where it's kind of like a boat. Think of it this way. It's not the same track. They just have similar beats. Just listen. Sorry, I fucked it for a second. God, it's really quiet on this playing thing. Sorry about that. I don't know, that's not me, that's just the game. It's super quiet for this. But it's the same idea as what I'm getting at. Do you see what I mean? Like, it has, like, a build-up intro, both tracks. They have a verse, but it's got, like, a lot of rock involved. They quiet down the build-up, and then they have an explosion of the chorus, and it's all, like, rock-focused. It's, like, both, like, as soon as I heard the other, like, the lowest track, it immediately reminded me of this. And I just couldn't shake it. I digress, I got carried away. Oh, the Gustragy, we'll get to you eventually. The other one is that in here... I have no idea where it would be. I know there's a track. There's a track in Maruru that I heard that sounded really cool as well, but I have no idea where it would be. But I'm getting off track. Let's get back to what we were doing. Oh jeez, now that's super... Ryza just... I turned it up in my ear, and then Ryza just, like, shouted in my ear. It's like, oh Jesus Christ. Looks like it... I care about your attack stat going up more. Alright, let's look at what our WAD's stats are looking like now. Let's say how dangerous we actually are. 567, 373, 318. 478, 384, so higher defense. And 426, damn, Claudia's fast. And highest attack dealer by a little bit, 577, 449, 358. And keep in mind, Seri's a weapon class behind the other two, so her attack gets real fucking cracked. And then Patricia is 499. Yeah, so okay, that's our main... The girls are gonna kick ass. The girls are fine. Alright, what do we need to make? Hang on. We need to make something. We need to make some Divine Tree firewood. Oh, like the ultimate weapons come right down the bottom. That's interesting. I wonder if they're DLC weapons then, and that's why they're right at the very bottom. And not with the rest. No, that was for that. Bomb tart, seeds. Oh god, what was it we needed? Let's go there and see if there's any kind of cutscene we can activate. If we like pester around it, they'll give us a clue. Hang on. The game's not... Yeah, the game's still telling us to come here, to be fair, so there might be a cutscene we need to trigger first. Oh, do you have to get Ancient Branch? Is that why he wanted us to come here? He wants us to get some of these bits and bobs? Oh, and whack that enemy, I guess. I'll read what the quest thing says again in a sec. So, does our items only cost 1? Oh, god damn it. I need to figure out what that actually means now we've got that upgraded. What, like, how to use it properly. To make it so things only cost 1 CC. Oh, that enemy's already dead. Unless it's like a tactics level thing. You have to get to like a higher tactics level and then it unlocks. Or is it when you get, if you have enough to use it, it'll only spend 1 point? We've only gone down to 2, and I think we was on 3, right? If that's the case, then that's balanced, I guess. Right, let's see what Ryza says. The mist looks like the one we encountered in the Mirage Land, which must mean it can be removed if we burn some Divine Tree firewood. I think there should be a furnace for it somewhere. Oh, well, we will need to find some Divine Branches, and they should be around... There should be some around if there is a furnace in here. Alright, let's head back and see if I can use my eyes properly. Dragon device. I'm looking for divine. So plant food, fake medicine, demo bomb, treasure kit, memorial bracelet. Where? Am I missing something? If you put some Divine Tree firewood, I think there should be enough be a furnace for it somewhere. Or do I just need to get branches while I'm there and chuck it in? Am I overthinking this? Like, it feels like there's something obvious I'm missing, but I just don't know what it is. I can't interact with this. I can't interact with anything here, but it requires me to be here, so there's definitely something of interest. Or is it I need to actually unlock the recipe? And that's why it's not doing it, and I've missed something that would let me to get that last piece. Let's look back through everything. Okay, this area doesn't count. Let's quickly, like, check everything. Maybe I need to get the recipe for this first, or it even lets me do that. A staff that shines like a star. Glow gives hope and courage to those who stand against the demon. So I would have thought that was a weapon we have to pick up, but we haven't picked up anything that twigged that. Let's just look around, see if we can find something suspicious. there's no like mini boss enemy that would be like an obvious go hunt and kill thing.
いっけー。
神秘的な力があるのか、神秘的な気持ちにさせられてるだけなのか。
とりゃー。
謎だな。
Yeah, sure, I'll fight you. I've burned some stress. I'm trying to figure out why I'm so lost.
当てる。連続よ。そこ。
I could just look it up, but I want to see if I can figure it out first.
連続よ。そこ。ライザー、行くよ。当てる。妖精さん、お願い。当てる。連続よ。どうだまだ。ライザー、行くよ。そこ。振りなさい。貫く。当てる。そこ。そこ。まだまだよ。どうだ。伸びろ。そこ。ライザー、行くよ。
Well, at least we're rinsing these enemies now real quick.
ちょっと甘いかもしれないけど、まだまだ無駄にはしないぞ。
花より錬金術ってか。ま、ライザらしくていいけどね。
So I was like, getting my gear and the head turning. What am I missing? Because if it's not, you know, open a specific chest, it means it's, a specific loot I'm missing.
よーいしょ。
そんな石ころなんか使ってライザは何を作る気だ。
いっけー。とりゃー。
これも素材になっちまうのか。くれって言っても無理だろ。
燃えろー。
I didn't even get any rainbow gemstones from that one, the bastards.
レアな鉱石はわかるんだが、普通のはそんなに詳しくないぞ。
よーいしょ。
If I get back to where I am, I still have no idea. I will just look it up just to get things moving.
間違いない。門が近く
This
に
is like the
ある
first time in like forever in an Atelier game that I've genuinely just kind of hit a wall and not been sure what I'm supposed to do.
糸を集めるのも慣れた
Because we just need to go back and light it, but
コロコロコロ
furnace it somewhere. I always need to find some divine branches. It should be around if there is a furnace in here. So I just want to just do that and go make it.
ね。
What was it? I can't remember what it was called that we had to use to burn. We might already have it, and I might just be radically overthinking all of this. In fact, I probably am, but I'm just,
よーいしょ。
Actually, you know what? Let me go back,
よーし。
and let me just glance, instead of glancing at the names, glance at what requires an ancient branch.
何作っちゃおうかな。入れる場所は。
That was a dragon skeleton thing. Is it this?
どこに入れようかな。
Let's try it. Oh yes, because we picked up that. Okay, never mind. I was overthinking it. I was radically overthinking it. I'm an idiot. You can now laugh. You're permitted to laugh. I was overthinking it and I got it in my own head. That was all that was. Alright. Crisis averted.
どこへ向かうつもり。ここは。
It's the, my ultimate, crux. My ultimate thing that, like, kryptonite is just overthinking things and when they have very simple solutions. Oh, fucking finally a try-horn.
変わらず虫は平気なのよね。
And we don't get another one. Of course we don't.
あった。これ。
There's like so many recipes that require a try-horn that we just haven't been able to do.
使っているけれど、採取するのはこんなに大変なのよね。あった。これこれ。
火薬は遺跡探索で必須。
And we're never going to get another one. We're literally never going to get another one. Yeah, okay, so I was just missing a piece in the middle. Got it.
どう？
Oh, I hope this works.
なんか徐々にだけど。
Going slow, but it's like the fog is lifting.
Good call, Ryza. I guess we was using the same trick. In which case, maybe something changed back at that weird rocky area. Why would they go to the trouble of making such an elaborate system, all just because of the Felucia? Perhaps. That would certainly be the most important reason, but that might not be all. I imagine they didn't want people just wandering right up to the gate.
Indeed, they probably wanted to deter anyone who could wander in from outside too.
It's hard to say if Felucia would even fall for distractions like these.
It looks like the fog has finally cleared up. Let's get back to exploring.
Yeah, finally is the key word, because I'm a moron. Oh, there's 2 exits. Interesting. Get up there. You're still in the way. It's like even trying to run away. It's like you're still in the way. I'm still gonna run into you. I'd rather just fight you. Especially now with like the whole squad's feeling a bit more powerful. This should go a bit quicker. So let me test this theory properly. If I use this, will it only go down to 3? No, it goes down all the way. So maybe it is. I don't know. I need to figure out what that deal is with the weapon, or maybe it's a chance thing. I need to read like how it works properly, because it just says like reduces the CC item to 1 and boosts power, but it might just be a chance thing. When using an item that deals magic damage, reduce the CC cost by 1 and increase... Oh! I think Bubble Bullet counts as physical. That's why it's not doing it. So it's when I use the Genesis Hammer. Which means I now got 1... Can I help you? You guys saw that, right? He just came like a fucking train. What? You saw that, right? That enemy just kind of zipped in the distance. What was that about? And what's happening? The Felucia are taking over the walls. They're taking over the, like, nature. They're taking over the speed. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everything's breaking in this dungeon. Let me get out of here. Just don't look at the glitches and they don't exist. There's a fishing spot in here? Oh, nothing too interesting, though. Oh, it is a... Oh, you can dive under... What's underneath? It's super blue down here. My goodness. And there is nothing of interest. But that tells me there's gonna be. Yeah, it goes deeper. So this is an alternate... No, wrong button. This is an alternate side path? No. No. There's one... Oh, there's 2 chests up that side, so that's where we're aiming for. So is this going to go, like, under that bridge? Oh, literally underneath the bridge. Now it feels like I'm playing Tomb Raider again. You know, having to use water to find alternate means around the path. And this should... Oh, this leads to a dead end. Never mind, this doesn't lead at all to where I was hoping. This looks cool, though. This might be a landmark. It's not. Why would it be? Why would something that stands out be a landmark in this fucking saga? Like, one of my biggest gripes of the Secret Saga is that the landmarks never make any fucking sense. They sometimes do, but more often than not, you're like, this is something that is a landmark. This stands out. This is a unique area. What do you mean it doesn't count? Oh, what's wrong button? And yet in Sophie 2, it felt like it's like only like the desert area that had a couple landmarks that didn't make much sense. Everything else, it made perfect sense. A giant goddamn crater in the middle of the map? Yeah, that's a landmark. You're gonna remember the goddamn crater. Can I just swim, or do I have to actually be under the water? I have to actually be under the water, god dang it. Yeah, you have to be under, okay. Even it looks perfectly feasible to not be under the water, I guess. It's just another check to make sure you still got the air bubble. Because, you know, just in case you, for some reason, for whatever reason, unequipped it. Oh jeez, I just realized, why is this health starting to dip a little bit? Is it because we've been poisoned? Okay, an elixir will fix that. There we are. Because it also removes all status effects, so it gets rid of the poison. My elixir is my best friend. It's like the breezy aroma, but good. But like on crack. I find it funny, like, thinking back, how less significant the breezy aroma became the further along the mysterious saga we were. Like, in Sophie 1, it felt like it was like my bread and butter for survival. And maybe it's just because I got better with my general equipment, but it did feel like in Virus it was a little less significant. In Lily and Suli, it was, you know, we barely used it. And in Sophie 2, because of the dynamics of the system in any way, we had so many other options to kind of keep people going that it didn't cross my mind as much. And because this, you know, saga, you know, renamed a bunch of things, I've kind of given up trying to figure out what's the breezy aroma equivalent. It's just, if it heals every one group, it's the breezy aroma equivalent for as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I just did magic damage. Actually. Ah, yeah, so okay, I saw it worked with the hammer. It took far less off of the hammer than it's supposed to have. Spirit's Tomb. What's up, Sari? What is it? The air here is different.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
It feels somewhat bleak. Feels like...
Yup, I definitely recognize it.
The Underworld. Right? That's what they see looking. It feels like the Underworld. Exactly. This place is overflowing with it. Which means... there should be a gate not too far from here, and it's already open.
We need to stay sharp then.
It's only going to get harder going forward. Everyone be extra careful. Dun dun dun. I'm guessing that's the gate then. What's all this? So, up, immediate right, mini boss, get those 2 items. Oh, we have to take the U-turn anyway, because this is a one-way slope against us. Oh, we also need to activate this, so we need to... yeah, it's literally, we're railroaded this way anyway. Ooh, these versions are a bit darker looking. Let's fight them. Shadow Eaters. Yeah, they look like they eat shadows. Oh. But even if we've done all that huge equipment upgrade, we're still like taking noticeable damage from enemies at times. So I think it was actually in our best interest to do what we did, because we are like a little like, oh shit, like stumbling behind a little. And it still didn't actually take that CC off. You know, I give up trying to understand it. I'm just going to keep on going back to normal. It is that it still only took off more than what it was. It's probably like specific items, like magic boosting, that it counts, and not what I was hoping, which is if you use like an item based on magic, it just doesn't cost you. But I suppose that would be too OP, so yeah, I guess that makes sense, that it's not actually how that works, and I'm misreading. That's probably going to be for the relic. We're going to have to go back through all these areas anyway, once we get the last piece to unlock the relics. Oh, you look kind of cool. The rhino theme. Sorry, it dipped for a second, and I was like, is that what's dipping? Is that my internet, or is that my phone? So I had to stop for a second to read it. You know, I'm going to try and get one more CC point. I'm going to try and brave it. There we go. Oh, we got a lot of CC points now. It died anyway, never mind. I think this is like, ignoring like the level grind we got at the end of Liddy and Suli, I think this is the highest default level we've ended up with in one of these games. Oh, trophy unlocked, research enthusiast. So I'm guessing that's all the research stuff done for that. But now we're going back on ourselves. Because we've got to get all these. I wonder if it's going to be like a Shadow Felucia. Anyway, oh for goodness. Alright, we'll just get you now. Come on. Save us having to come back through here later. Schwartz Array. There we go, nice touch up. Also, no, I'm going to change character because her turn's not going to come anytime soon. I have no items, never mind. Nice. Everyone is gone. This is so awful. Hey, are you alright? What happened to on the other side? What did you see? We found a frozen spring. The people on the other side called it the Frozen Moon Spring. We're finally getting close to the Frozen... I hope the Frozen Moon Witch is the final boss and not the fucking, like, Felucian whatever. Assuming they're not one and the same. We found a small fragment of the moon and everyone was so happy. But on the way back we were attacked, and when I came to, nobody else was left. If they find the entrance, what if they will come to our world next? Alright, back to here. We've got to start picking up pieces. Oh, another Shadow Beast. I wonder if all of them are going to be Shadow Beasts. I doubt it. We saw there's a couple naturals, but I think it's going to be more dominant because it's, you know, end of the game.
当てる伸びろそこ正解ライザ行くよ当てる正解連続よ伸びろそこライザ当てる任せる風よ吹いてそこ当てる正解連続よ伸びろまだまだそこ冷たいよ当てるそこまだまだ伸びろ連続よそうだ当てるそこどいてまだまだ残りだ問題なしよ
Nice.
もっと強くなるぞ実践で得た経験無駄にはしないわ
Move aside. If they intend to stay behind, then so will I. Please think about why they're doing it. The sacrifice is meaningless if you do not survive. It is time to stop carrying the sins that were never ours to shoulder in the first place. To the realm of the dead. How'd I know? I was like, there's probably going to be something down in this corner as well. Our ancestor put forth their greatest effort to seal away the demons, and now it is our turn to learn their lost arts, so that we may defend that seal. That is our mission. Anything else? Okay, let's go this way. Oh, there's a lot here. There's another blue, which is great. The final garrison. Give me Rainbow Gemstone. Alright, let me be more specific. Give me more than one Rainbow Gemstone. What the fuck is... Does it hard cap, maybe? Is it only gives you one because it's like a more important item? Sort of like when you pick up Dunkel Heights, you only seem to get a couple. They kind of restrict it because it's a rare item. Have to check the sides. Yeah, and that's why. I do plan to try and finish the main game today, so if we go, like, if we end up going a little longer, so be it. So no, I'm not going to start thinking about wrapping up in like 20 minutes when we hit 12. I'm going to keep on going. Where? It's just there. Oh, we'll circle around, so we need to check this spot anyway.
冒険にはトラブルがつきもんだからな。警戒を怠るんじゃねえぞ。
どうか怖いことだけは起こりませんように。
And so there wasn't anything in that middle spot. I would have thought for sure they would have put one in that little block in the middle, because otherwise it's just kind of there. This was supposed to lead to the realm of the dead, was it not? But is it really the realm of the dead on the other side? That it does not look that way, but it does not change the fact this path is dangerous. This is your last chance to turn back. I know what it is I am doing. You may not realize this, but I know everything there is to know about magic. Another shadow beast. I don't think there's anything over there in that little, like, nest. Ow. Demonic phantom. How dare you hit me so hard. You're gonna make me use another elixir. Oh, swapping to another character. Swapping to another character because she's not going to get her turn in time. Oh, loads of people, hi! Everyone, I salute you for your determination to remain. You may each have your own reasons for staying, out of the hatred of the demons or some out of love of your people. But one thing we all share is our will to stand against the evil. Let us fight together until the end. Yeah, it probably was till the bloody end. Is that everything? 10 to 10, yep. So same route as before, go left, check all that out, then come back on ourselves. And it looks like there's a shadow beast we're gonna have to fight as well. So I imagine that's what that is on the mini-map just underneath us, like just south of our position. How'd I... Oh, you're big. You're a big boy just chilling in the corner, minding your own business. Berserker Shadow. Sounds similar to like Berserker Soul from Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't mean he's gonna get like 3 attacks as long as he keeps on drawing monster cards, right? Oh, we got loads of items. Oh, let's just go all in. Oh, and that's how you activate the item rush. Got it. Or the core drive. We got auto heal and we got guts, so if we go down, we'll also resurrect once, and the enemy's dead. Alright, so that's how core drives work. Now there's a trophy for using every single goddamn one of them. Hooray! Oh, the shop. Do you sell anything even vaguely reasonable? That's not bad. That's actually quite good to sell. And Durgan eggs, sure. Other than that, though, no, you're good. Anything else here before I leave? No, okay. Ah! Oh, I didn't realize I was close enough. That'd be like the one. That's like the one trophy. It's not that I'm dreading it. It's just it's going to take the longest doing all the core drives. Because I'm going to have to like make a list and like go through all the ones I have and haven't done. And I'll probably just have a guide on standby. It'll just be like make these specific items. I'll probably leave it till last, because then once I get it and get the platinum, I don't have to worry about my equipment. I can just equip whatever, you know? So I don't have to remember what I had equipped on what character before. I can just be like, look, I need this and this, and now we're good to go. And I can grind them out on the dummy in the Ateliers.
私もまだまだ戦えるみたい。一回メモで整理した方がいいかも。
There is more here. In more in this tiny, like, space? No. Okay, let's try and get out of here. And the other one's gonna be, yeah, I knew it. It's gonna be in that tuck away, isn't it? Guiding Star Miracle. There's still 3 more we're missing. So like down there, in that middle space probably, and then like in the giant open maybe. How are we actually doing what we got? Like, music to get started in Rank Nero Season the first game. Oh, jeez. Alright, what can we actually do from this before we continue on? Warriors remaining and fighting demons. Replicate, or just still pass down generations. Bringing the witch outside, Warrior's Wish. Just because it's just try and make it so it's not so like there's just like 1,000,001 items. If I can just make it so there's a little less, it'll be a bit easier for me, like to solve later. Instead of it being like 50 like different pieces and then scrolling through all of them to find one of them. Pass down a new technology. No, damn it. These allies. There, demons, powers up the mana. Don't think we have that one. Underworld power and fairy stone weapon. So pass up generation, stone wall means nothing, walls change mana. If you stay there for long. I don't think we have this one either, that's fine. Demon King undefeated. Demons power to the power, replicate, attack wisdom, praying soul. Down generation, stone walls, frontline business too dangerous. No. Traveling merchant, dangerous battlefield. Trace of war, warrior armor. I'm gonna assume no. God, this SP reward is so great. It's such a shame, like, we have nothing to spend it on. Distorting mana, replicating deep. You know what, I'm just gonna... let's go collect more pieces. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Look at this enemy. That's right, you go away. Oh, there's nothing here. Alright, well, at least we know there's one definitely because it flashed as we passed by, like, to this right bit. Oh, I got stuck. Book of the Dead. Ooh. Everything's of the dead here. Gee, I wonder what happened. And that is in that middle bit, like I suspected. So I was at least right on one of my guesses. Demon King Fret? Ooh. Oh, we already just had the blue one? I don't remember picking it up. Unless there's multiple spots you can get it from, but... It's a piece right in front. No. Oh, was it? I saw something sparkle. Fuck, we have to fight this enemy first. I was trying to, like, navigate. Oh jeez. Hey! Bomb! Hammer! Time for the Hammer of Dawn. Nice. But 83! I just really kind of glanced at our levels. Like, yeah, we are taking off with this. And I think we're going to have to check the water side of the third area as well, so I'll do that quick. Save us having to go all the way around again. Dun, dun, dun. Right, there's two here, even better. I've been entrusted with this form from my master. It is a piece of one of the guiding stars. What are you going to use such a big lump for? The guiding stars can connect more than just material objects. They can even connect things without form, like souls. Our souls are one thing the demons will not take from us. It is not much. It should provide hope and comfort from the warriors fighting against them. The time has come to seal the temple away. It has been a long and treacherous path, but we have gathered the mana necessary to banish the demons. The gates will close soon. It is time for us to go. And then instead of having to go... Okay, I was just making sure there was something worrying. I can just do this, because it will take us to this side. So I haven't activated that yet. That, probably takes us to this little squiggly path that will then take us to this side, I imagine. What is the point of leaving this giant chunk of fairy stone here? We will use it as a vessel for our warriors. Placing one of the guiding stars, the city of stars, inside will guide them inside the fairy stone. Oh god damn it! Shall I use the elixir just to top everyone up? Nice. 84. This is what I'm trying to skipping out. Is I feel like our level is just escaping us. Like it's just getting astronomical. Oh, it is the slide. Another weapon that's not going to be as good as what we've got. Like it's just an unwritten rule. I know it's not gonna be. Oh, it's in the middle. I was like, why does it keep on like twigging? Like, hey, there's something over here, and that's to get back down. What's this way? Over to more giant menaces. Oh, there is something to get. Damn it! I had to try. Damn, what a high kick from... What the... Damn, I was like, I haven't actually seen her Blaze Rush free yet. Damn, that is a kick and a half from that girl. Sorry, that just caught me by surprise for a second. I didn't mean to blast your ears. Damn it. That girl kicks high. What a way of like establishing dominance. Just kick that so insanely high. No wonder it's a physical attack. Yeah, it's something physical, alright. Taking a boot to the snug. Look at this. Bam! Sometimes you don't need all these fancy special skills. Sometimes you just need a really good firm kick straight into the head. Oh, I should try to get a rainbow gemstone. I didn't think. Yeah, I don't got many podcast my body to do too much. Yeah, no worries, dude. Thanks for popping in. So I'm trying to finish the game today, so I'll probably be going on for a while longer. As a motorbike passes by. Can we have rainbow rocks? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I was gonna say, for you, because it's only like, what, something AM for you. But no worries, thanks for popping in, dude. 5 Vortex. Come on, you guys, let me just... Like, it's like herding zombies. Ooh, and this is gonna be the recipe to repair the gate, or repair the thing. Finally, it's complete. The Great Fairy Stone can house even human souls. It will help us save many of our friends. Perhaps. It is somewhat ironic that we complete it just as the end of the war draws near. Oh no, it's not the... Okay, well let's see what we've got and what we can build. So we don't have a recipe, it's just literally the final stretch. So it seems. Alright, do we have passed down new technology now? Oh, that's a different one. That's a different pass to down. And then World, Which Frontier, Marry the Underworld Weapon, Fairy Stone Weapon. We need to remember that's that one. Unknown World, Which Frontier, Demons Rules It to Destroy. Power to destroy Replicate, Frozen Moon, Eternal Wall, Demons. I was like, you know what, there's so much here, my brain is starting to hurt, I'm just going to do it that way. Demon King undefeated. Trace of War, Warrior's Armor. Flame Sun, reunite those who passed of the earth. Oh jeez, I'm not sure if we have this one. We may not. Alright, so we still got one piece to find in this one, I believe. As I just like do the old-fashioned brute force check. Okay, definitely not. What about this one? Distorting mana, replicating demon abilities. Demon Fairy Stones combining Fairy Stones. I think we saw something about that. I hope. Phantom Beast Allies Mana Guiding Stone. I knew it was one of them. Both of them were guiding. Stone is not enough, stopped by mana. Oh, there we go. Sealing the temple, stopping the demons. Nice, we can unlock the next one now. Pass down knowledge, continuing for generations. Damn it, I read past and my brain went, ooh! Alright, we got some reading. The demons have the power to distort mana. The mana guiding stones left at various places were made by gathering the fairy stones of the demons. We were used to distort mana like demons do. The demons have the power to disrupt the flow of mana. That is why the flow was interrupted when they appeared. The mana guiding stones replicate that ability. The mana guiding stones that were placed on each of the forts were made by collecting fairy stones from the demons. The huge crystals were created by collecting thousands of the stones over the course of the long battle. The crystals we found deep in the various ruins must have been the mana guiding stones. Fi must have absorbed the mana distorting powers left by those stones. The phantom beasts of light are important allies of ours. However, you must not bring them close to the mana guiding stones or they will devour them. Stone walls mean nothing to stop demons, only walls charged with mana can stop them. The underground temple had a barrier to seal the demons. The vast amounts of mana gathered from all over the lands was used to block the invasion of the demons. The people who lived in the underground temple passed down the method to seal the demons and were tasked with the duty of protecting the seal. After a long battle, the time had finally come to seal the underground temple. The vast amount of mana gathered from all over the world was to become the seal that would stop the demons. The knowledge of the seal was passed down within the underground temple. The inhabitants of the underground temple had passed on the knowledge and continued to fight for generations. Temple and protection, depths of the realm of the dead. Warriors. No, that's just accepting the end. That's nothing with death. No, that might be that. Yeah, I was like, hang on a minute, let's be smart about this. Unknown world visiting witch. Landed on it, that makes a nice change. Power of Ice Eternal Wall. I hope we have all the pieces for this, I really do. Because if we do, then we can unlock all of them and just know where we stand, you know? Attack by demons will eventually come. And Power of Flame's Mana Vortex. Nice. Last Prayer saving your soul. Meteor Fragment Charm. A bond between stars, travel instantly. I think we literally are just missing that one piece from the other one. Yeah, it's literally all we're missing is one piece. Which I bet I know where that one piece is going to be. 2000 SP that we don't need. Oh, it says 9 of 9 actually. I was going to say it's probably going to be in that space, but if we've got 9 of 9, then maybe not. So we're literally just missing one fragment piece. Oh, it's in here. In the absolute middle, okay. More opportunity for fairy stone, not fairy stones, the rainbow stones. Alright, that's the last piece. Trophy unlocked, guided by the compass, and we'll probably get another one when I put it in. So I know that's the last piece, we just got a trophy for it. And then we'll probably get another one when we put this in place for all the lore. Oh, I need to, yeah, so we need to actually read these, I forgot. Let me do this. Nice. Trophy unlocked, 100% mystery solver, yay! Alright, let's read these. Some warriors choose to remain on the ground and continue fighting the demons, some out of hatred for the demons, some to protect those living on the surface. The ancient warriors remained underground to fight the demons and protect those who had lived on the surface. They had their own reasons to choose the path of war. The head of the workshop forced the witch out of the underground temple since she tried to remain there. The warriors who stayed behind wished for her to survive and live on the surface. This is the magic blacksmithing furnace from the manor workshop. It has been modified so it can function without the flame crystal. The craft of magic blacksmithing was passed down from generations in the underground ruins, evolving in its own special way. They used the mana from the underworld to create weapons to fight demons. A sword with a fairy stone blade. The fairy stone of this sword has the mana of the underworld. It seems that the fairy stone was taken from a demon and processed into a new weapon. The demons have a king that rules over them, and it appears at times to overrun us. We have fought it many times and pushed it back, yet we have yet to destroy it. The beings that the ancient people called demons were led by a king. It tormented the garrison in its many long battles. The garrison collapsed after a war that lasted for centuries since ancient times. It could have actually been relatively recently, seeing that some of the armor is still in good condition. The underground temple was the front line of the frequent battles with the demons. It was a great place of business, but too dangerous to stay for long. The remains of the fallen warrior's armor found deep within the underground temple. There is no rust, and it is relatively good condition compared to the other armor. The wearer must have passed away relatively recently. So I don't think we read these, so... The large temple was built to allow the living to enter the realm of the dead. It was built underground because it was where the realm of the dead was thought to be. Those who entered the realm of the dead are decreed to be dead. However, this does not apply inside the temple. As long as one does not exit the temple, one can reach the depths of the realm of the dead whilst remaining alive. To reunite with those who have passed, one must enter the realm of the dead. The realm can be found at the depths of the earth. The entrance can be found everywhere, but yet nowhere. Although the temple was built to connect the realm of the dead, in its depths is actually connected to an entirely different world. It seems too convenient to be a coincidence if you ask me. The temple was meant to reach the realm of the dead, but connected to an unknown world in the depths instead. Among these who joined the survey team sent to explore the unknown was a travelling witch visiting from the frontier. The frozen moon presides over stillness in making the mana vortex eternal, thereby creating an impenetrable wall. Even the demons who can distort mana are powerless against the frozen moon. The survey team was attacked by fierce demons in the strange world. The witch, who had lost her companions, understood that the demons would eventually come to her world as well. The flame sun creates a vortex while the frozen moon makes the vortex permanent. This is how the mana cage that seals the demon was created. The flame sun presides over change. It amplifies and distorts the flow of mana, turning it into a vortex. The vortex of mana will surround the temple, capturing and caging the demon. And lastly, The warriors carried the guiding stars as their good luck charms. When they felt that their life was ending, they prayed to the charms. When the time of the end comes, embrace the charm and pray. Even if your physical body may perish, you do not need to give them your soul. A charm found to the warrior's armor. It features a fragment of a meteor from the City of Stars. On the edge of death, the warriors pray to the guiding stars. Where did those fragments they carried connected to? And where did they take them? Two guiding stars make one. There is a bond between the two stars that can be used to instantly travel between two locations. One day, I noticed that it was not just my physical body that was transported. The Great Red Fairy Stone was completed. The artificially created stone was said to be capable of holding human souls. The giant fairy stone chunk was made to house the souls of the warriors. A guiding star was placed inside to guide their souls. In a closed-off temple, the warriors fought an unending war, but believing that their souls would be protected no matter what, it was their last source of hope. A plan was made to place a huge chunk of fairy stone in the underground temple and place a guiding star from the City of Stars inside it to serve as a vessel for the warriors. The guiding star was brought from the City of Stars. It was hoped that its guidance would give hope to the warriors engaged in the never-ending battle. And that's it. Including the DLC land, everything's 100%. And that's the end of our use having to use this book ever. We're right at the end. It's happening. Oh, I should actually check stats before we press up to potentially the final boss. Let me just like reset my stats. Alright, let's go. Gate room. Are we actually going to go into the Underworld, or are we going to just fight the monster at the gate and this is the final dungeon? Because I'd be cool either way. If there's more to go, or if there's not more to go, either way I'd be comfortable, you know? There's no enemies here, which makes me think it's like a grand, like the final staircase kind of deal. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's the gate. Alright, ready as we're gonna be. Let's press ahead. A Primeval Gate? Sorry, I was trying to check something quickly, so I missed dialogue. Primeval Gate? Is it different from the gates that lead to the Underworld?
No, in that respect it's the same. It's most certainly fucked. There's only difference that this artificial gate came from alchemists of the Clint Kingdom.
Oh, so it's not a natural gate. So the Clint Kingdom did come.
It's a gate that emerged naturally in memorable times and remains intact to this day.
No, it's the other way around. This is an original. And it's more problematic than usual because...
Since it's something that grew naturally, there's no established way to close it.
What?
It's perfectly clear now why people in the past built these structures. It was all they could think to do.
And that's when it's coming out. Ah! Was that an earthquake? Final boss time, it looks like it. And it looks cooler than the first game's final boss if it's the case. It looks way cooler.
Hey, hold on a second.
It's so big. Fee! Is that? It's like a Felucia's ravaging queen, but different. It looks way more dangerous than the previous ravaging queen. Is this the legendary Felucia monarch? Yo, the king? You can just say the king? It's coming this way.
There's no time to waste. We must close the gate before reinforcements can arrive.
But Empel, you said there's no way to close the gate.
I've been researching possible methods. Can't guarantee anything, but I'll try my best.
I like how Empel's still got the brace on from the last game. You take care of that. I need to stay here and protect Empel. I guess we don't have a choice. Yeah, we can't afford to lose now.
I will make you regret invading our world.
We've gotten stronger too. We're not gonna lose to you. We would not allow you to have your way with my world.
Yeah, this is absolutely final boss build-up. There are still mountains of treasure left for me to discover. I won't let you keep me from them.
I'm going to finish everything right now. Everyone, let's go. And by everyone, I mean just the girls. Alright, let's see. Final boss. And once again, as per usual, I want to listen to the final boss theme to compare. Oh, level 90. Let's listen to this music for a sec. Let's just enjoy this together. Oh! Spanish guitar? We're going that way with it? Interesting. Interesting. This feels like... It almost doesn't fit. It feels too, like, not relaxed, but too, like, somber. It's a really good track, but it's too somber almost for such a great fight. Like, I'm waiting for it to pick up, which it probably will. Considering what monster in the water... There it is. There it is. I just had to... There it is. God. Yeah, okay, this is a banger. Got it. Let's go. And it sounds like it's about to loop. That was good timing for me to get back on the rhythm. Oh! Oh, so I need to listen to this. I love the violin. Alright, like, this is kind of like no competition, but this is eons better than Ryza 1's final boss theme. This is a phenomenal, I won't say phenomenal, because like, I've got to compete it with like Mysterious, but it's really, really good. Next turn, I'm going to use an item, because my health's getting kind of low. Uh-oh. Ooh, mid-fight transition. God, now it looks like a fucking Final Fantasy final boss. It looks like something like Zorach or something. Let's do that so we get the item cost, we get Resurrection in case this really goes topside. I doubt it will, because we think we're in a good position, but still. And now it's looped. Okay, so that's actually a pretty damn good final boss theme. Oh, our break gauge is like really nearly full. Need to be careful. Actually, get you in. Oh, it's charging. Hurry up, hurry up! And if this doesn't get the stun, I'm going to go straight into Fatal Drive. Oh, I think I was just barely in time. Control's vibrating like crazy. You can hear it in the mic when things are kicking off. Go on, Ryza! Can you hear that? That's my controller. Oh, why is it vibrating so aggressively? We didn't get the break. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Oh, we got it. We're good. By, like, the skin of our teeth. And I think it's dead, to be honest. Yeah, it's dead. Alright. Better final boss than the first game. It's still got the same problem that they're kind of not difficult because of how built up you can be by that point, but infinitely, easily better than the first game's final boss. Oh my goodness. That was a really enjoyable final fight. Trophy unlocked, Ancient Ruler. Defeat the Monarch. Did we win? I can't believe I had to fight another one of those. Looks like I'm still alive. And in one piece. You didn't do anything. The girls took care of it.
My plan is working. Conditions are set to close the gate. Only a matter of time now.
Are you gonna explain your plan?
Great. So that's it.
Is it finally over? So we're not actually going to go into the Underworld proper in this game? Thank goodness. That's kind of, like, I'm almost a little gutted.
But before I close the gate, Ryza, you have to make a decision.
Oh, it's going to be let Fee go.
Will you return your creature to the Underworld? Once the gate is closed, it can never open again.
Yeah, if it stays here, it will die, so she has to let it go. Yeah, if she stays here, it will die. I understand. And I've decided already.
If it does return, you'll lose all the power you've gained. What are you talking about? The Star Child told us all about it. Surely you've seen the strange powers Ryza has been manifesting within the ruins.
Oh, so all those energy charts.
She sees images of the past, absorb remnants of memories.
What? That's...
That goes for your alchemy too. You've gained unexpected new powers there as well, haven't you? Because you and that creature have been resonating and sharing mana.
Is this... Are they literally explaining how she's going to start from level 1 again in Ryza 3? And she will lose all of it? I don't care about any of that. I've decided a long time ago that Fee should return to the Underworld. I want him to live and be healthy. Fee? I love you, Fee. Always and forever. And here I thought Fee was going to be secretly evil. No, it's just the secret fairy that's got to go. Now we've solved all the ruins and their lost legends. You're literally fulfilling the title of this game.
I hope we meet again, Fee, and you can be my partner.
Fee, I'll always remember you. No matter how far apart we are, you'll always remain my friend. I hope we can meet again on the other side someday. Please don't forget about us, Fee.
Take care of yourself, okay? Promise me, Fee.
Aww. Oh. Yep, saving her. Oh, the bonding. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah, as I said, she's gonna make sure she makes a smile for Fee. Oh! Oh! She finally got to say something other than just Fee, but only into her. That's adorable. I wonder if we will see Fee again in the third game. Or if that's it, like Fee's just in a pocket of the Underworld we won't get to see again. I'll see you again someday. Yeah, she's still lost like a... It's still like losing a pet that you've loved and nurtured. Of course she's going to be upset. Come on. Let's go home. Back to the Atelier. Okay, Ryza? Okay. Oh, no, it's going to say go back. That's what it's going to be. It's going to say go back. And if it's, even though, like, in that sense, like, oh, we're all behind and everything, if I go to... Oh, no! Fee's already gone from... Oh! Fee's already gone from the pause screen. Oh, no! That was cutthroat. That game didn't even give a chance. As I say, we say this, but it's probably not going to actually affect anything on, like, you know, we still have access to everything we need on the skill tree and everything else. It's just plot stuff, we won't be able to do more things. Oh, we can't even access this anymore to check it. Ooh. Fee came to my life in a flash, like a shooting star. And he left just as fast. I think it's time for me to go home. We should say goodbye to everyone first. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's going to say goodbye to... Yep. Hey there, Ryza. Feeling hungry? No. You took good care of me while I was staying here, so I wanted to come say goodbye. I'm returning to my island. Wait, does that mean everyone is leaving? No, just me. Oh, I see. But you're from the same place, aren't you? It's kind of sad that you're going back all by yourself. Well, I've been alone there for a while now. The whole reason I came here is to see everyone again. So really, things are just going back to the way they were. Okay then. My whole job is basically meeting people and getting to know them, but it still feels lonely. Sophine. But we're friends, right? You can come back and see me anytime. Yeah, sure. Someday. Hey, Ryza. Listen, about Fee, well... I'm thinking of going back to the island. I've done everything I came here to do. That's kind of sudden. But if that's what you want, then that's what you should do. You're actually thinking of heading out on a new journey myself. Wow, really? Yeah. Going on this adventure helped get rid of a lot of the worries I had during my training. And it's all thanks to meeting up with you guys again. I really can't thank you enough. I think you're exaggerating just a little. Well, either way, I cleared up my internal conflicts. My training is still far from finished. Anyway, I still have a lot I want to do back home. Then I guess you have your work cut out for you. Good luck to both of us. Okay. Hey there, do you need something? Not exactly. Actually, I'm planning to return to my hometown, so I wanted to come say goodbye. You were really kind to me while I was here. What? Really? And here I was just starting to see a promising future for my shop on the horizon. What do you mean? Well, it always used to be that you get ore and mineral from a mine, then you extract the metal. So if you wanted rare metals, you had to find rare ore. But then I learned about alchemy, and found out you can create whatever rare metals you want. So with an alchemist like you here, I can make things out of all kinds of metals. From totally new, never before seen ones. Exactly. You're the only alchemist I know. So if you're headed home, I guess I'll have to go back to doing things the old-fashioned way. Oh, I'm really sorry, Dennis. Oh, don't be sorry. I'm just talking about my own convenience. I would have loved to have kept working side by side with you, though. Anyway, that's enough of that. Feel free to stop by again next time you get the chance. I'll be waiting. Okay, I'll definitely come again. Oh, hello, Miss Ryza. What brings you all the way up here? I'm actually planning to head home. Since I was renting my room from you, I thought I should let you know. What? You are leaving? Yeah, I did everything I wanted to do here, so... I see. I'm sorry to hear that. You are? I thought we were finally starting to become close. Suppose I can be honest with you now. When I first met you, I was not sure about you at all. Well, our way of thinking is very different, and you act unlike any of the people I know. You are too unpredictable. If you felt that way? Plus, you use alchemy, which nobody else knows about, and I could not stop thinking, what is this person? But after talking and travelling with you, I've begun to understand you, and what a good person you are. And now you are leaving. You are like a human embodiment of absolute freedom. You know, Patty, when I look at you, I see someone who has so much that I never did. I guess maybe that's just because of the circumstances we were each born into. Not that I necessarily think it's a bad thing. Anyway, Patty, I couldn't have done this without you. But thank you for giving me my space in my atelier. I didn't actually do anything. Oh, and one other thing. It's going to be Tao Tao. Please take very good care of Tao. Bye now. That's a smile. Look at that smile. She knows what she did. Yeah, it's just like, oh god, she has to pull herself together again. That's adorable. Oh, so we don't need to go talk to Mr. Abelheim. We need to go say goodbye to boss. Get up there, Ryza. Boss, hey. Oh, Ryza, what do you want? Actually, I decided to head on back to my island first. What? You just come and go as you please, don't you? Well, I did accomplish what I set out to do here. That's true. You're only here because Tao asked you to come, huh? Well, and with a little encouragement from your dad. Tao told me what happened with Fee. To be honest, it was all so crazy I had a hard time following it all. Father just loves causing trouble at every turn. Then I suppose this is goodbye for now. I have to stay here a little longer. I understand. I'll be a little lonely, but... it won't be that long. I have every intention of returning to the island eventually. Boss. I'm the heir of the Brunnan family, and the island needs its rightful leader. If I just stayed here and decided to travel elsewhere, I'm sure everyone back home would be heartbroken. Yeah, I guess it'll be pretty easy to see each other again compared to you and Kilo. Ah, why are you still bringing that up? Go away, get out of my sight. Yeah, so yeah, he has a thing for Kilo, and that's what she's like teasing. Alright. I still have yet to finish like Rommy's thing, but oh well. Hey Tao.
Yeah, Ryza.
Hey Ryza. I'm thinking of going back to the island. What, really? Isn't that kind of sudden? Yeah, I guess so. But I came here at your invitation, and I've done pretty much everything I set out to do. Well, for me, pretty happy about solving just about all the mysteries that the ruins were hiding. There are still some little details I need to sort out, but I think I can do that as I go along. I want to thank you for coming all this way, Ryza. Oh, I didn't do anything that needs thanking. No, you definitely did. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Besides, when I asked you to come here, I just thought it would be a nice change of pace. I didn't expect much. And somehow it blew up into this whole thing, so I feel like I should apologize too. Seriously, you mentioned that alchemy was involved, and then the Felucia showed up out of nowhere. True. It was one unexpected thing after another. It turned into one gigantic adventure. But I think I'm going to stay here. There's still a lot I want to do here at the Academy. Okay. Planning to publish a paper compiling all the ancient texts I found, including the ones from the ruins. But I'm not obsessed or anything, I'm just doing what I love. I have no idea what I'll do once I leave the Academy, though. That's understandable. And you have to think about Patty, too. Why would you bring her up all of a sudden? No reason. Tao, if only you could fucking see it. Hey, Romy. Romy! Hey, Ryza, how's it going? Well, actually, I'm thinking of going back to Kurkan Island. Wait, isn't that a bit too sudden? Well, yeah, maybe, but I really think it's time. I have to admit, I'm stunned. I wasn't ready for you to take this away from me so soon. The fact of the matter is, I figured I'd be the one to hit the road first. Maybe we spent so much time together we started to rub off on each other. We do love to wander in and out of places on a whim, don't we? Of course, as a travelling merchant, that's just part of the job description. Hey, I have an idea. Why didn't you come with me? You become my merchant apprentice. I just told you I want to go back home. You did? Oh, well, it's not like we'll never see each other again. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to meet up again back on the island. I'll look you up next time I'm there. Yeah, that's true. Okay, then I'll be waiting. Oh, we gotta say goodbye to the wife. Hey, Claudia. She's gonna be like, no, don't go again! I can already sense it. Oh, hey, Ryza! So, I've decided to go back to Kurkan Island. What? No! See, I knew it. Claudia's gonna be like, no! How come? She doesn't want her to go. Well, because I guess I did everything I came here to do. Okay, but, you know, to be honest, as soon as I saw you just now, I knew you was going to say something like that. Oh, really? How do you know? It's just a feeling. Yeah, Claudia's got used to reading you. You can always tell with things like this. So, when are you leaving? I need to go see everyone, then pack up my stuff, but soon. The longer I wait, the harder it'll be. I see. I'm sorry, I knew this day would come eventually, but Claudia. Back at our secret hideout, I was the one leaving, but now... It really hurts having to watch someone leave. Since the moment we were separated back on Kurkan Island, I wanted to go on another adventure with you. Or, not even an adventure, I just wanted us to be together again. And my wish absolutely came true. I never imagined it'd be here in the capital, though. Yeah, I'm happy we got to go on another adventure together. To be honest, things have changed a lot for me in these 3 years. I don't really have much for free time anymore. And thinking about it, I'm sure it's only going to get worse as time goes on. I don't know when we'll meet again, and if we do, I don't know if we'll be able to go on another adventure together. I hate thinking that this might be the last time. But I really want to see you again someday. Yes, definitely. We're best friends forever. No matter how long we're apart, no matter how far, that will never change. So it feels like there's more that needed to be said. Like, come on, let us... Artisan.
Oh, hey, Ryza, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just wanted to let you know, I'm getting ready to head back to my hometown. You've been a huge help to all of us, so I wanted to say goodbye.
Wait, seriously? Isn't that kind of sudden? Although, to be honest, I've been thinking it might be about time for me to move on too.
What do you mean?
It's time for me to restart my journey and see what treasures I can find in places I haven't seen yet. Oh, that's also kind of sudden. Wandering around the land is what I do. My life's a journey, you know. But listen, Ryza. Being part of your group let me experience the thrill of exploration in its truest form. It was totally different from the time I spent on my own. It was an incredible journey, and I thank you.
But you never found any actual treasures.
Actually, that's how things usually are with treasure hunters. Besides, I found something on this little adventure that's much more valuable than any treasure. Not to mention, you showed me the amazing world of alchemy. It's been a truly priceless experience.
No, I still have a long way to go. My alchemy is basically nothing compared to Empire.
You say so, but this alchemy of yours is more amazing than anything I could have ever imagined. You and your items were able to surpass all of my greatest abilities with ease.
Oh, that's not true. I think you're just as amazing, Clifford.
Nah, every human must be willing to accept their limitations. Compared to what you and your items can achieve, I'll always come in second. Even the treasure you have given me is proof of that. But I don't mind trying to overcome my obstacles all on my own, without items or devices or anything else. Some things are worthwhile because you don't have the abilities, just the blessing of good companions. All the items in the world can never bring you true romance.
That's such a Clifford thing to say.
Anyway, I'm packing up and heading west.
Oh, why west?
Like I said, I'm in search of new treasures, and I just so happen to have a lead on one in particular. Your home is to the east, beyond the ocean, correct? Then this is where we part ways. Try to avoid any pesky monsters on your journey back.
Yeah, you too. Hope you find some really amazing treasures.
Oh, well, I expect I'll come up empty-handed again.
Oh, we need to go say goodbye to Seri. Seri better be in the next game. She's not playable in the next game, which is why I'm concerned. But she better be in the next game, because I radically prefer her over Lilla compared to the Auron characters. Oh, geez, it's going to be a bit of a multi-stage farewell. Are you sure you're okay with this? Sure, I don't mind. As long as it's no trouble for you two, it'll probably be quicker this way.
Well, there's nothing but good news for us. I have no reason to object.
If she's traveling with them, we're in business. Oh, hi, Ryza. Hey, Seri. Oh, and Emperor and Lilla too. What are you all doing here together? We were just discussing our plans from this point forward.
We're on another journey to search for the next gate.
Wow, already? So, are you planning to leave right away?
This adventure was more difficult than perhaps any others so far. But thanks to you, I was able to complete my task, just like I did on Gherkin. However, once our job is done, we have no reason to linger. As soon as we tie up all the loose ends, we'll stroll off into the sunset once again.
I see. And this time, I'll be going with them. Yay! So those three are now a trio. Seri's sticking with them. You too, Seri? How come? Although our individual goals are different, we ultimately want the same thing. I've been travelling alone all this time, but now I will go with them and plant a seed each time we find a gate. That is how I hope to return my world to its original beauty. So that's your dream, huh? I think that sounds wonderful. Thank you. And when life has returned once again, I will return to my home in Conador. What about you, Ryza? What will you do? Well, you know, I was actually thinking of going back to Kirkin Island. I see. That seems like a fine idea. You must do what you can for your hometown.
As long as we all keep working towards our own goals, our paths may very well cross again one day.
Yeah. And last but not least. Oh, Ryza! Are you here to exercise your green thumb a bit? No, actually. I'm planning to return to my hometown. I just wanted to come say goodbye. You're going back home? We just became friends and you're already leaving? Oh, and just when I thought I found someone I could gab about my farm to. I'm really sorry. It's okay, I'm just kidding. Kirkin Island, was it? I wish you well, wherever life may take you. Thank you, and the same goes to you, Cassandra. But if you ever find yourself back in the capital, you better stop by. I'll give you all the farm-related news. I may be an alchemist, but I'm also a farmer's daughter. You better believe I'll stop by. Great, I'll be waiting. As everyone is going to go hack. Yep. And of course, we're in a block scene. Why wouldn't we be? I'll have to explain what goes on. Ryza's just like packing her stuff, walking around her atelier. Yep, she's picking all her things, like crouching around, getting books. It's the same again. They better get rid of this in Ryza 3. I'm so tired of Gus doing this in their games. It's so not necessary. We've already done all the important spoiler bits, so why block the ending? She's packing her stuff. She's taking one more glance around the entire atelier with a big smile on her face. And she's talking. I should probably get going. She's now leaving the atelier. She's outside in the middle of the daylight, glancing up at the sun. Oh, she's actually glancing back up at her atelier. It just looked like she was glancing at the sun because the sun's behind it. She's glancing up at her house one last time as she continues her walk onwards. Once again, I'll have to skip the credits as much as I don't want to, just so then we can get back to having things on screen. Oh, the other P characters are starting to show up. Yeah, everyone's like at the gate, ready to wave her off. Yeah, everyone's there. Everyone in the main cast and Lilla and Empel are all there. Huh? What? What are you all doing here? Ryza says. Tao, see? I told you so. Ryza, huh? What's going on? Len, you were planning to sneak out of here, weren't you? You had to at least give us a proper goodbye. Ryza, well, I finished packing everything, so... Boss, sometimes you act like you're a total stranger. You really need to work on that. Ryza's laughing. Claudia's approaching. I guess it's time for us to part ways again. We all walk our own path in life, and we all change little by little. It's like panning over everyone as she says this. But the bond we share will never change. Just say you love her, for fuck's sake. Oh, Len, I'm sure I'll head back home too eventually. Even if we're old and grey, we have to visit Atelier Ryza one more time. Ryza, yeah, I'll keep it nice and clean, so you can stop by whenever you want. Patricia's approaching. Don't forget, there's a second Atelier Ryza right here. Yes, you're welcome back to see any times what she's saying. Oh, right, I guess that's true. That's what Ryza said. Patricia, I am being serious. I asked Father to leave your room vacant. Huh? Ryza, huh? Wait, are you sure that's okay? Patricia, yes, Father happily agreed to it. He always had trouble renting that room, so it would likely stay that way anyway. Len, it must be pretty nice knowing you have two ateliers now. Clifford, that does sound pretty great. Still, it's not so easy living here. You need money for every last little thing. So why don't we just do a little treasure hunting next time you're here? Just get in touch and I'll be there. Oh, he even winked at us. Ryza, sure, we'll definitely do stuff like that if we get the chance. Seri, Ryza, I always travelled alone. I always avoided interacting with others. I thought it was unnecessary. But the experiences I've had this past summer have changed me, so thank you, Ryza. I'll never forget it. And Ryza returns with, and I'll never forget you either, Seri. Well, I say that, hopefully you'll be in the next game. Oh, Tao's approaching. Like I mentioned before, I plan to stay here and continue my studies for now. Right, good luck, Tao, Ryza says. I know you'll do amazing work. I'll be cheering you on from back home. Thank you, but you know, I've been thinking. Our summer together might be over, but nobody knows for sure if this is actually the end. Hint, hint, there's a third game coming. Hint, hint, there's a third game coming. I get it, Tao. It's not written anywhere that we can never see each other again. That goes for all of us. And Fee, too. And Ryza rests her hand on her heart, and she sees Fee. Oh, now she's got tears in her eyes because she's just thinking of Fee. Aww. Tao again. So let's all promise to meet again someday. And Ryza's smiling but still got a tear in her eye. And now it's fading to white. And I think... Oh, no, another screenshot I'm going to have to show you guys. It's beautiful. Ryza, everyone, thank you. I'll be the one that comes see you next time, Ryza. That's Claudia. I'm going to have to figure it out as I go because there's no telling. Tao, thank you, Ryza. I had so much fun, so let's do it again, okay? Oh, and I actually get to hear the full version of the opening theme. We'll meet again, somewhere. I hope you don't change too much before then. That's Patricia. I think that's still Patricia. I'm glad I met you, Miss Ryza. I can't wait to see you again.
Don't take any detours, you hear me? Go straight home, and I'll see what I can get back. I'll see you when I get back, that's boss. I think that's Clifford. I'll see you somewhere down the road. I can't wait to see where we end up. It's like a test to see if I recognize each voice. I'll be back eventually too, okay? We can all meet up at the secret hideout one more time.
Ryza, I never expected to be saying goodbye a second time. I think one of the two lines I thought was Patricia, one of them was Seri. And this is Empel.
That means we may very well meet again and again. Until then, go in good health.
I'm showing the screenshot before we wrap because this is adorable. I love that Seri's like cuddling into her back. And like everyone's kind of like staying close to Ryza in that picture. And now it's cut to everyone waving her goodbye. With Ryza waving with the sun behind her. Bowing out gracefully into the afternoon, not the sunset. Oh, now it's like, oh no. It's like her back on the walk, on the path, looking back at the city over the hill. You know, when we started the game and we could see it over the fence. It's that same fence she's looking at the city from. And considering the main theme just finished, I think it's going to now be going to the credits. Oh, no, it's another scene. It's now showing a panning shot of the entire ocean. Oh, time for narration. On an ordinary island called Kirken Island, in the ordinary village of Reisenboden. I left that village and found myself, by chance, dropped into an extraordinary adventure. Oh, she kept the compass. Right next to a huge bustling metropolis, we had an adventure no one else knew about. An adventure that was just for us. It's just like the first game, the adventure was just for them. I had many new encounters and many sad goodbyes. And now, by my own choice, I return to my former ordinary days. She's stretched out in front of her house back in the village. Like she's like stretching her arms forward kind of thing. Taking a walk down the way to the town. Above, the sky, the blue is fading and the sky is getting higher. She's in the farm, a village farm. And I return, holding these treasured memories within my heart, and they will never disappear. And the camera's panning up to a sunset. Now I think it's over. Yeah, the credits are rolling. Okay. Can I skip this so I can get... I can skip it. Okay, I think there's another scene yet. Everything's faded white. Oh, it's Fee flying around. What's going on? It's Fee flying around in a white space. Oh, it's still wearing the necklace that Ryza gave him. Oh, and it's happy. It's thinking of Ryza and it's happy. It's finding its way forward. I think that's the point of this scene. That like it's still continuing on and still living happily. And then it's come saying Finn. So yeah, that's what that was. It was showing that Fee's happy. Fee's fine. It's going to carry on surviving. Are we out the block scene now? Thank you. It's like on a strong hidden boss enemy lurking somewhere. Oh, so it puts you just before you fight the final boss. Interesting. Saving a new slot. Yeah, I always do that. Let me read this. Before the final boss, carrying over your post-ending stats, you're supposed to take on a strong hidden boss enemy lurking somewhere. And then NG plus is NG plus. Let me save. Yes, I will save on a new file. You've unlocked all these difficulties. Oh, that's the title screen now, like back in our home at the journey's end. That's depressing as fuck. I want to see if I'm finding that artwork. There it is. This was the ending screen artwork, which once again makes it pointless to hide this in a block scene. I don't get it. But you can see what I mean. Like, you know, Seri's kind of hugging her from behind a little bit. Patricia's got her hand. Everyone's kind of close and cuddling round. It's really adorable. Where was the other screenshot I really wanted to get? This one. That was it. Sorry, I wanted to get that screenshot because it's a beautiful screenshot. I'm going to title the ending movie. All the model viewers. All the usual. All the music. Oh, this. You know what? I'm going to read this tomorrow, because we're not done. Tomorrow... Actually, let me load this up so we can actually go back to the Atelier. Load this data. Before Legendary Monarch. Yeah, I had a feeling it's going to trigger other scenes. What's going on? There's so many people here. Fee? My excursion to the market has been a complete success. Oh yeah? Did you find some nice goodies? You want to see? Look, my spoils of war. What are they talking about? I should take a look. I think they're setting up the DLC dungeon, actually. What an event going on. I had no idea something like this was happening. Fifi! Yeah, the, character read-throughs I'll do it, because next stream I want to cover the post-dungeon and just see what extra little events I can trigger everywhere. And then maybe fight that super boss as well if we can. Hey, Ryza. You here to check out the flea market too? Oh, is that what this is? It was way bigger than anything we had back on the island, so I had no idea.
Seems to be wrapping up though. The cloud has thinned a lot from earlier.
Oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. Maybe would have come earlier if I'd known about it.
You love all these kind of festival type things, Ryza.
They're just so much fun! Back home, all we'd get up with is whatever weird events Mr. Moritz would come up with.
But I always thought those were pretty fun too. Anyway, I'm glad I ran into you. I was hoping to talk to you. Promise it'll be worth your while.
Oh, what's up?
I heard talk of a pirate island not too far from here. A whole island full of treasure. Pretty romantic, huh?
That's right.
And it's also probably full of pirates lying in wait to attack whoever shows up.
That does sound pretty interesting, but...
Well, no. I thought you'd jump on an adventure like this.
It's just, now's not really a good time, you know, everything going on with Fee and all. Hey.
Oh, right, I guess that's true.
Anyway, I haven't heard anything about this island. Where'd this rumor even come from?
Well, I heard it from Tao.
Really? Why would Tao be interested in something like this? Speaking of which, where is Tao?
He already headed home, since the flea market was winding down.
I see. Well, I guess might as well go see Tao and hear about it straight from the source. So yeah, that's the other DLC land, but we've got... Yeah, other things to do. Let me head back to the Atelier. Okay, so you keep Fee in this, and that's... So you literally do lose all that power then. Interesting. So that is literally their excuse for resetting Ryza to an equivalent level 1 again in the next game. And there's a secret boss hidden somewhere. Okay, no, that's just that is. I was like, is it just going to be obvious? Is it just going to be like at the final boss door, it's there? I digress, we'll find it, but not yet. For now, however, I think this is a good point as any to wrap up. So, next time on Atelier Ryza, we're going to go into the post-game. You know, when was the last time we did a post-game stream in an Atelier game? I think it was Fierce, properly. Because Liddy and Suli, there's no post-game. Sophie 2, we only did the DLC. And Ryza 1, we just did the DLC as well. So we're actually going to have a proper post-game stream tomorrow. So look forward to that, because I am. Thank you so much for watching as always. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for the post-game stream, which I don't really have a benchmark for the post-game stream. It's in like goals and whatnot. We're just going to go explore. Like, check out the new dungeon, try and see if we can find the super boss and fight it. Just like all those little things, you know? Like, I'm not too fast on the finer details. We're just going to go explore and see what we stumble upon. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.